I think I'm gonna start making my lives public, but listen. The only way you can talk in them is if you have a membership, and I'm giving a full month in advance notice because I'm letting you guys cancel if you want to cancel. I have loved these private members thingies. Amber, listen, if you do that, I think most people here will cancel. You will get trolled literally every live. This is such a dumb decision. Also, your words aren't bring twisted salties directly quoted you. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know how I'll get trolled. I mean, I don't care. Like, I can't troll a troller. Like, I don't mind being trolled. When I did live stream era, that's how I had it. I had all my live streams public, but the only people who were allowed to talk to me were members. And I prefer it that way. So I am going through a lot. I'm just so, like, YouTube, I'm just... It's just so gross, like, the way people are, like, but I've been doing these members live streams for a while now. Do one public and one private a week. Probably not. Probably not. But we're paying and we're telling you we don't like it. A lot of people here will cancel and never come back. Never come back. Woo! I'm scared because you just don't listen to the opinions of the people who matter. Would you be comfortable denying that the monetization from a member's live isn't worse than the public live? Hold on, I'm confused. That sounds like a riddle. Would you be comfortable denying? So monetization, by going public, I'm probably going to lose money. I will make, okay. So I'm going to lose money in the sense of, I'm sure less people are going to be members now that they can view it for free. But then I'm going to have more ad revenue, but on average, I will be losing money. So I don't know if that answers your question, if that was what you were asking. It's not about the money. It's just about the narrative of it all. I'm having people message me on Instagram who aren't members, who can't see my lives, who are literally saying things that I never said in my lives. And also another thing is there's a lot of people stealing my content, Charlie Gold. And I'm just like, girl, you're obsessed with me. You're literally obsessed with me. People are illegally watching my stuff on Discord, and it's just weird energy. And I'm just genuinely over the whole situation. Do a poll. If it's actually 50-50, then do it. Prove yourself right for once in your life. No, I'm good. I feel like I'm going to get persuaded, and I don't want to get persuaded. I've really thought about this for weeks. I feel like my mom is telling me there's no more Christmas this year. Oh my God. Fine. I won't go public. I have been bullied into it. I have been peer pressured into not doing it. I knew this was going to happen. I had a feeling. I genuinely had a feeling this was going to happen. You're cute when you're angry. Chester, you're the biggest troll I've ever seen. But that's a very Erica coded. Erica loved to make me angry because she thought it was sexy. Okay, weird energy. Sorry, I just got so triggered and popped off. People just genuinely have no idea. What planet are we living on? Genuinely, I do not understand. I do not get treated remotely the same as everyone else. I'm just constantly dogpiled on, and I'm just no, I didn't delete it. So YouTube deleted it because of certain words that I was saying. You can't say, I'm not going to say them because do you want kids? I do. Speaking of, you know, it's funny. And one of Beck's like Q&A things, situation type deals, I don't know what was going on there. Beck was asked like, has Amberlynn like always wanted kids? Like, or is that just like something she's saying now? And Beck was like, we never spoke about it. Bitch, what? Like literally you see us talking about children in Q&As in live streams like while we were together. And I would always say how I like wanted a daughter. Like it's just so weird. It's like things like that. I'm like, what? Girl, stop bringing up Beck. No, I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. They opened that floodgate, honey, and I'm not gonna be the one to close it. Neither are they. That shit's open for real. That's open forever. Swim in the water. I think people would just appreciate you acknowledging that even though you struggle with BPD, being overly controlling was wrong, and you regret treating your partner like that. I do. But it's like, I shouldn't have to do this in front of an audience, you know? Like, it's embarrassing for me. Like, I don't understand. Like, it genuinely is. Did you see Snowflake's doco he dropped on Feudy? No, I don't watch his fucking bullshit. Like, go sign your divorce papers. Like, fuck off. Get out of here. Fuck you. Oh, I hate him so much. Sorry. Like, literally, he acts so perfect. Why'd your wife divorce you then? You guys, like, have a child together. You could be a happy, cute little family if you're as perfect as you say you are. Why'd your wife divorce you then? Divorce is a big thing. It's bigger than just breaking up with a boyfriend or girlfriend. So, why'd you get divorced? Tell me what you did. So dumb. Like, how do you know he's divorced? Because hold on. I'm trying to ask myself, should I say this or should I not? Okay, whatever. So his ex-wife is like a public figure in own sense of her way. Like she doesn't make videos or anything like that, but she has her own like thing going on. And literally it says, I'm a newly single mom. As like her whole aura is, I'm a newly single mom. I'm not going to say like the rest of it because it, but yeah, that's how I know. So my friend is really good at like, all it takes is like, all you need is a photo of someone and then you do reverse image search. I don't know how to do it personally.
I also want to add a fun little story time moment to this. So when Amberlynn was living in Kentucky, she saw a license plate that belonged to the same state that Jordy lives in. And she freaked out and was like, oh my God, he's stalking me. He sent someone to stalk me. And I was just like, girl, I think you're a little paranoid, but I also didn't really know. So I was just like, it's okay, like trying to comfort her. But now that I think back on it, that is ridiculous.
When you were talking about having a stalker a while ago in a vid, was that Jordy? No. But this reminds me of something that Alexa said to y'all. She said, there was a Pennsylvania license plate in front of Amberlynn's apartment, and she thought it was Jordy. Sorry, we had a crumb. We had a crumb, folks. And she was like so scared it was Jordy. No. Never happened. Never happened a day in my life. Secondly, Alexis. Actually, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you do it. Actually, no, I'm not, because you're going to lie. You know what? Let me just do it for you. Alexis literally paid to find out all of Jordy's information. I'm telling you. Between Jordy's parents' names, Jordy's siblings' names, Jordy's phone number, to Jordy's address, to all of that. Why? I'll never know. I'll never be able to tell you. Did she also text that number? Yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah. And I'm just sitting back like, what is actually happening? I really don't know. But I mean, if we want to talk about someone obsessed with Jordy, y'all need to look in Alexis's view, because just saying. All right. But she took a photo. She took a photo of Snowflake and just did that. And then it just like went through a trail. Like she was able to just like easily find all these things. And I'm like, well, how? I don't understand. So I don't know. I just got sent the info. So
the lesson of the day today is when a bitch get out of line, walk him like a motherfucking dog.
Least favorite, super easy, Charlie Gold. And if I have to explain why, then I just ain't got the time. I ain't got the time.
Yo, chow, this P. I'm uptown right now. I'm on my way to the West Bank to put a twist on this thing, you heard? Oh, oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh, oh yeah. I want an independent woman if she's working with something. I want a slim fine woman with some twerk with her. See, got a lot, but I can work with her. Want a big fine woman with some pop, 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 with some twerk, twerk, with some pop, 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 with some twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop. Bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down. Turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, work with her, work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, now 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 work with her. You ain't got a lot, but I can work with her, now 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 work with her. Walk with it, now work, 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 walk with it, now work. Your booty out, now work, walk with it, 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 now work, walk with it.
Hello, guys. Hello. Let me tell you first, let me get it together. To anyone watching in real time, thank you. Anyone watching during playbacks, I appreciate you. To all my channel members and patrons, thank you. To my mods who are always here holding me down, I appreciate you so much. Now, this is going to be one of them streams. You might want to click out. Come back for the next one. I should have a video up in a couple of days, or catch me on the next stream, because you know, when you can upset me and get me annoyed while I'm on an edible, God help you. And Amber has every right to pop her shit. If she want to pop her shit, pop her shit. But the issue with Amber is she can't actually take back what she's trying to put out. And that members only live stream from Tuesday, she showed her ass in so many different ways. And I know going into this, even though I believe Amberlynn's a hypocrite in so many ways with this live stream we're going to go over, I need to make it very clear off top. I plan to be a hypocrite myself, and we'll get to when I know I'm going to be a hypocrite, because I said it in my Discord and I have no problem repeating it on my platform, because who the fuck going to check me anyways? Amberlynn had a lot to say, and for some reason, Amberlynn is under the impression that divorce makes you a horrible person. The bitch who was just blasted for being an abuser, the same bitch who's never been married, bought a whole ring for herself, still couldn't get that person to walk down the aisle. But hey, that's her opinion, right? We're gonna get to that snowflake part, and I just want to make it very clear once again. I'm very aware I'm about to be a whole hypocrite when I get to that part, but I'm gonna stand on it. It is what it is. But it's just gonna be one of them streams. It's just gonna be one of them streams. But before we get into it, my edible took forever to kick in, or it just was not the chemistry. It just wasn't doing what it needed to do on Tuesday. But you know what gift I got the following day? I said, I know you fucking, I love it. Let me show y'all the gift that was given to me and so many viewers the following day. Rosie is back, y'all. Rosie is back, bitches. Rosie came back. Just so we're clear, nothing has changed. Not a fuck thing has changed. Nothing has changed. And for those who don't know who Rosie is the young lady who found herself in Tommy's inbox. I forgot. I went over this. I kind of forgot how it all started. But Rosie was communicating with Tommy. Rosie tried to warn Amberlynn about Tommy in the beginning, but somehow ended up, it was a whole mess. And then when everybody jumped on it, because it's like, bitch, what are you doing? It was too much for her to handle. She spent so much of her stream pretty much talking about all her ailments, mental health, all that. She visibly gained a bit of weight, in my opinion, and she just came back to do the same shit. Not much has really changed, but she spent so much of that stream pretty much talking about this corner of the internet, how she wants nothing to do with it, blah, 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 but still kept addressing comments that had to do with it. And then she went into this whole thing about Zachary Michael. And for you bitches, do y'all know you were never friends with Zach? Sometimes it's just like, her and Amber have a lot in common, but that's one thing they really do have in common. It's just like, y'all talk about Zach like y'all was ever friends. But that's a stream I plan to cover soon. It won't be the next video, it'll probably be the video after that, but it will be in video form because I have to get my editing like really, really good. Because as you guys know, this month I'll be coming out with more content, edited content around this corner. But yeah, so I was just like, I love this. I love this. She hate us, y'all. She hate us. I mean, low key, I would kind of too, but like, oh, before I get to the membership milestones and also the super chats and all the support coming in, I thank you guys. I did catch a comment at the beginning of the stream. If you guys don't mind, can you send love to Lil Nikki in the chat? I don't know if she's still here, but spell little regular and Nikki is Nikki. Just send her some love. She wrote a personal message at the top of the stream. If she wants to repeat it, that's fine. But if you guys don't mind, just tag her and send her love. Even if she watches during playbacks, I want her to see that in the chat, if you don't mind. I'd really appreciate it. I don't know if you're still here, little Nikki. Sorry. My heart goes out to you, boo. My heart goes out to you, and I hope you're okay. And whatever road you have ahead of you, you have my support, and you have many people support, strangers on the internet and all. I wish you nothing but the best, boo. Just please send her some love if you don't mind. And this is not me spilling any tea or anything like that. She has openly talked about this. What she's going through is also on the heels of her having a new baby. So I can only imagine like what she's going through right now. So please send her love in the chat. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. Let me get to these comments. Ooh, okay. Casey, thank you for being a member for a month. Hey, Charlie, I'm still relatively new, but I graduated with my master's tomorrow, and you've kept me company through many final projects. I love that. Congrats. And you better keep going. Do your thing, boo. Send some love to Casey in the chat too. Congrats. Masters. Oh no, that's fucking right. That's what I love to hear. Achievements. Miss Flight Risk, thank you so much for the super chat. Americans are something else. Please, I know. Help me, I know. My tropical ass could not get this big even if trying. Also, she's creepy as hell. What is she buying info for? Very creepy. And we're gonna get to that. She technically didn't say she was buying info, but the thing is with Amberlynn, and thank you again for the super chat. And I know as American, I know. But the thing with Amberlynn is she can't help what's sent to her, right? Say if it's even a friend or a viewer that wants to be messy, she can't help what's sent to her. What she does with that information, though, is completely on her. So moving forward, let's be very clear. I'm sure Amberlynn will take it on the fucking chin if a viewer starts digging into shit that she didn't make public herself. I do not watch Mr. Snowflake. I don't know his tea. And that's no shade to him. I just don't watch him consistently like that. But I was under the impression he don't talk about his personal life. So I don't even know if what Amberlynn is saying is true. But all I know is bet. So if people start digging into her personal life or loved ones, or somebody want to start pulling up all those mugshots that run through that bloodline and start going over that, then I guess it was never a problem. And keep in mind, I'm one of the people who spoke against people digging into Mama Lynn's past because she ain't really got nothing to do with this shit. But when Amberlynn does that, guess what, Amber? Many things, and I'll say this for myself, I will only speak for myself in this moment. Many things have been sent to me throughout the years. People are messy. People will send you shit that you never asked for. Am I going to take a peek? I sure am. What the fuck is this? Ooh, none of my business. I'm going to keep reading. Finish read. Ooh, they did what? They hit who? Ooh, I'm going to read it and then close that DM. You ain't going to get a response out of me. You ain't even going to get a heart. You being messy. But I'm going to read it and keep it pushing. And then when I come up here, I focus on what's public. But Amberlynn likes to pop her shit and then turn around and cry if somebody does the exact same thing. Let's see what viewers start digging up. And God forbid she has another partner. Let's see what they dig up on them. They grandmother, they auntie, they uncle. Let's see. Stupid ass. Bridget, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, I saw this and I didn't actually know who or what an airsoft fatty was. I've heard the name before. I just never looked into it. So while the intro was rolling, I Googled and I sent the image. Well, one of the images. I just chose this one. I sent the image to my laptop. Hold on. So Bridget E, this is because of you. And now I can't unsee it, bitch. Hold on. Let me take this away. This is airsoft fatty. Oh, actually, I should probably read the super chat, right? I can't unsee why she looked like airsoft fatty. I feel like I didn't read it. Now, here you go. Here you go to everyone in chat, everyone watching in playback. This is giving Amberlynn Reid. Hold on. And I chose this one. Let me tell you why my petty ass chose this picture when I Googled it. Because you know how Amberlynn always likes to take like film and stuff, do her vlogs in front of a shower as if we believe she showers like that. So I'm like, this is perfect. This is giving Amber. If Amber was to lose about 200 pounds, it's given this. You know, she would never cut her hair like that, but this is giving Amber for real. Are they related? Do we know? Does anyone know? So Bridget, thank you for that comparison. I was able to quickly Google and get this image up here to show y'all, but this is definitely giving Amber. This is definitely giving. Wait, matter of fact, what that bitch brother look like? Everybody behave. I need to get started. Fuck. Not Blue Hoodie said just add some eyeliner. We throw a wig on and some eyeliner. That's the Amber. It's Amber. It's Amber. Like, it is Amber. Jerry Richardson, thank you so much for being a member for 44 months. Thank you so much. New month, new mess. I'm here for it. I appreciate you so much. One of my longest standing members. Oh, I love y'all. Thank you so much. Nimadid, hey, Boo. Thank you for being a member for 24 months. 2 years, Boo. Have a great live stream. I appreciate you. 2 years. Sometimes if you really think about it, why the fuck have we been here for so long? Like, I know these bitches need to be studied, but low-key, we kind of need to be studied too. But I'm aware of that. Speaking of being studied, it reminds me why I'm going to hell. So I'm getting ready for this live stream, right? So if I'm getting ready, well, to be honest, I like background noise throughout the whole day in general. But if I'm getting ready, I really need background noise. So I see Shantel is live. So I click in. I'm like, oh, what this bitch talking about? Because she's been doing the long live streams. I clicked in at the perfect time, bitch. She was in a mood. She was going off. She even was going off on Salah, honey. You want to know why? Because Shantel, once again, didn't prepare for her very lengthy live stream, couldn't figure out where she was going to go, what she was going to go eat, because it's her. She's going to go eat something that's definitely not diabetic friendly. And the topic of swimming came up. I can't remember why, but she just felt pushed because it's Shantel. Any sort of encouragement is people telling her what to do, even if it's good for her. So she's going off and off and off. So the comments start, coming in. And then some super chat, a super sticker that said, like, I think it said, like, just pass away, pretty much go away permanently. And someone posted it in my Discord. And you ever look at something and laugh and know you dead ass wrong for laughing? Because it's not right. You shouldn't say that, obviously. So they posted it in the Discord, and I'm like, how do I not be honest right now? Because I just laughed so hard. Because she's being such a bitch. One thing about Shantel, I will never understand someone trying to catch their breath, could only walk a few feet, maybe a few yards if she's lucky, sitting there talking down to a viewer. Bitch, you can't even. Are you serious? That's why sometimes I do enjoy it when these bitches go off, because it's just like, it's coming from you. It's coming from you. She don't like when people tell her what to do. No shit. That's why you're in the position that you're in. That's why. And all these places she started thinking about going, she feels overwhelmed because it's Shantel. That bitch got to walk a few feet, sit down. She gets overwhelmed. You see what she looks like. She looks like, even though she's in the proper attire, I hope that's the correct way to say it, even though she's dressed the way she does, you can't miss such a big mass. Like, she's still a circus freak in a lot of ways. This is the same woman who said, I want to say a few streams ago, that she feels so big that she's just going to start telling people she's pregnant. First of all, you're not shaped like someone who's pregnant. She's shaped exactly the way she is. Just a big mass. But it's hilarious to me how she was going off. And I'm just like, mind you, I'm supposed to be getting ready. So now I'm sitting here chatting it up with my Discord, listening to Shantel. And I'm like, I know my makeup about to be fucked up. And I literally, if it wasn't for the fact that I was getting ready to stream, I would have just streamed it in Discord and we would have chopped it up there. But I'm like, I need to stay focused so I could be on time. It was a mess, y'all. It was beautiful. I'm gonna chop that up and do what I gotta do and get some type of content out of it. But, and also, I probably should have said this off top. Thank you for everyone who's been supporting my recorded content. I'm bringing that back on a much consistent basis because, as I mentioned, I need to make sure I stay good with my editing with the other content that I have coming out. So to those who do take the time and look at the shorter content, even though I'm not on camera and it's voiceover, I appreciate y'all so much. I should have another video out in the next couple of days, probably this weekend, because they do take time to make. So thank you for watching them. Thank you. Bryn, thank you for being a member for 37 months. Let me put some respect on your name. Bryn Clark, thank you for being a member for 37 months. Perfect time for my break. Period. Period. Thank you, boo. Amber's tent size countertop pegging washcloth. Nope. Keep it together. Hey, Charlie and chat, bonding poll. Ooh, what ingredient are you using for the cake? Amber. Okay. What ingredient are you using for the cake? Amber choker cheese or Foodie's belly button fudge? Love you all. I'm going to put the poll up. When I start this up, I'm going to put the poll up. I want to remind y'all, for those who are not looking at the screen, this was not my poll idea. I'm just following directions. So no tomatoes at me. Genius. Genius. Amber's tent size countertop pegging washcloth. Pretend it's only me and you here. Genius. I'm proud of you. All right, Sheepy. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. I'm so locked in for this stream. Got my Gel X supplies ready to find myself some cute claws. I love that. That's right. And tell me what color you put on. Thank you. I'm one of those people. If I'm well, there's a few people, talented people I'm envious of, like artists and all that stuff, because that's just not me. I wish. But people who know how to do their own nails, I will always be envious of you. I will always be envious of you. And thank you again for being a member for 2 months. Fit and Curvy, my birthday. First of all, thank you for the super chat. My birthday is May 12th. It's a full moon too. Y'all better watch out. My Taurus ass is gonna be wild this weekend. P.S. You look good. Thank you, boo. It's getting closer to our birthdays. For those who, well, Fit and Curvy's is the 12th. Mine is the 15th. Ugh, it's gonna be a good time. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that day. I still got some things I gotta figure out. Finalize. So I'm not actually sure, but I'm sure I'll be live that week, if anything. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Why am I so, of course, because I'm very behind. It wouldn't be me. The Black Nuna speaks. Thank you for becoming a member. You are supreme, so you do have access to the Discord. There's a video linked in the description to walk you through it if you're not familiar. If you're not familiar. Oh, and thank you for the super chat. Eye color. Yes, thank you. I just used a Juvia's Place palette. It's more of a not burnt, like orangey gold, if that makes sense. And damn, I talk so much. Look, my lips came off already. Hold on, everybody. I know you fucking lying. We only 31 minutes into this. I'll be taking my time on my lips. Give me 1 second. Yeah, better. Because I know you fucking lying. That's what I get for talking too damn much. That shit rub off so goddamn fast. Y'all saw that? Look like I ain't got nothing on my lips. Not as rosy as I need it to be, but you get the point. Thank you, boo. Thank you for pointing that out, actually. I would have been so mad looking at playbacks. Valentina, thank you so much for the super chat. She thinks divorce is always messy, but all of her relationships ended up messy. She can't comprehend peaceful separation, and she never will. Yeah, and she also can't comprehend. This is what I get for talking shit. A fucking marriage altogether, please. The only time. Well, she claims she was engaged before, but the only time we know of, she was engaged with it on a she was proposed to with it, and that's no shade at Beck, but she was proposed to it with it on a sex toy. No shade to Beck, but that goes to show you how much Beck cared. But if you propose to me, I promise you, if you have that shit at the tip of a fucking sex toy, that's all. I'm not going to finish my sentence. Clonkles Recall, thank you so much for the super chat, boo. Hey, Charlie, first, the eyeshadow and shirt color combo is bomb as fuck. Thank you. Second, pray for me. Pray for me, everyone. I'm cooking and cleaning in preparation for Caribbean auntie coming to visit my nerves. Throw some prayers in the chat. Listen, Caribbean aunties, they don't play. They don't play. Trust me, I know. It's okay. Keep calm. Keep calm. Put on some good music and get to work. Everything will work out okay. And just in case, Clanka, because I know this very well, hear me out. Thank you, boo. If the first couple of things that are said come off rude, just smile. Just smile and be like, oh, I've missed you. It's okay. You got to just like butter them up a little bit. Trust me. My family could get like that. Did I ever tell you the story? Oh, hold on. Just remind me. Did I ever tell you the story about my cousin's grandmother? Don't ask. It's my family's all over the place. My cousin's grandmother who hadn't seen me. And I want to say it was like 2 or 3 years. I want to be clear. She's older, so she's unfiltered. I probably told y'all this already, but I'm going to repeat it. She hadn't seen me for like 2 or 3 years. And that holiday, it was Thanksgiving. We were going to my aunt's house, her daughter's house. So I show up so happy to see her. She's beautiful. She's so tiny. Because when you get older, you just get so tiny. She's so cute. I go to hug her like, oh my God, it's been forever. But you know how older people like to sit back and look at you? She stood back. She said, and she said in Creole, to be clear. She said, you don't have to eat so much. You haven't seen You haven't seen me in about 2 to 3 years. I am so happy to see you. And that's the first thing you ask. Straight face. Straight face. She said, you know, you don't have to eat something. Huh? I looked over at my cousin. My cousin looked at me. She like mouthed sorry. And then she said, Grandma, let's go. Grandma, let's go. And took her into the next room. And I just sat there. Well, stood there. I just stood there like, I can't say nothing back. I'm going to just have to eat this. I want to curse her out, but like, she's also not wrong. So what do I do in this situation? I had to eat it. Like, I was just like, okay. I went to be like, bitch, but I didn't. I was just like, all right. I mean, she's not wrong. I don't have to eat so much, but it's just like, it's been a couple of years. You could have just, you know, pointed out something else. I don't know. Fuck. Literally nothing you could say back. What do you say back? You can't say nothing back. I was so like, wow. Ate me the fuck up in just a few words. Rude. But y'all, let me get into this and I'll get to more of the support after. I just want to mix it in because I'm already 36 minutes in and I didn't start a fuck thing. Oh, I should also mention this is probably going to be a lengthy stream because my edit was kind of long. So I'm like, this is probably going to be a lengthy stream. But I hope you guys are here for it. But yeah, drag me the fuck out. But let's get to Amberlynn's members only live stream that she claims is stealing, that I'm stealing specifically because I stream it in my Discord. The same Discord that I stream copyright shows on, like The Housewives, other Bravo shows, a lot of other mess. I've streamed documentaries, all that. But hey, if she want to consider it stealing, report it, bitch. If it's stealing, stupid, the fuck? Yeah, Lily, total illegal, right. Right. Then, bitch, actually, now that I think about it, if I'm doing something illegal, shouldn't you like me? Now that I think about it, where's the criticism? Her whole bloodline has ended up locked up in some way or another. Records look crazy. Illegal. You're welcome then. You should feel comfortable with me doing something illegal. Stupid.
So there's goals. Did you guys know that? There's like goals on here. I didn't even know that until I was watching Shantel's live stream.
She started off lying, and this is why I say to lie, that she didn't know about this. Amberlynn mentioned how much she watches the local live universe. So for her to watch them as often as she claims and love them so much, she should know one of the things that they are known for over there is always setting like some type of goal, super chat goals or membership goals and all of that. So what is she watching if she claims to love them so much? And that's another point that I'll make further down in the live stream. For someone who enjoys Locale Live, and let's not forget, she specifically mentioned Keemstar and Boogie. I'm not saying she can't have criticism towards Snowflake. She could have criticism towards any of us. But she loses me when she loves people like that, but will have an issue with reactors. So the issue isn't what reactors are saying. Again, the issue is that reactors are saying it to her. Let me get this going, and I want to get the poll up, actually.
She did she's been doing like 6-hour live streams. I'm like, oh my God, this is everything. You could like set up a goal. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't want you guys upset with me, but I think I'm going to start making my lives public. But listen, the only way you can talk in them is if you have a membership, and I'm giving.
I would like to remind y'all, when she first introduced the idea of these type of membership live streams, having a safe space to talk to her supporters, specifically her supporters, because there's not many of them, was one of her selling points. I want to remind y'all of that.
A full month in advance notice because I'm letting you guys cancel if you want to cancel. I have loved these private members thingies. I don't want anyone to feel gypped or whatever. So I'm giving a full month. So they're going to start being public on the 10th of next month. And I'm choosing to do this because my words are being twisted. I wish from the beginning I would have done it differently. I wish it would have been public from the jump. And yeah, I just think it's the right idea for me. A lot of you guys like don't even have pictures as your thing. So I don't think that you're going to be doxxed or anything crazy like that. So if you still want to be a member and talk to me in my chat, I would absolutely love that. It's always just going to be members only speaking. So baby, that's a slur. What is? Just so you know, gypped is a slur. What?
Now, this is where they are correct. I want to be very clear. They are correct. This is where I can't be a hypocrite. I learned that was a slur, I want to say 2, maybe 3 years ago. It's while I was on YouTube. It was 2 creators who educated someone else on it. And that's when I learned in real time. I was just like, it's a word I used. It was a word I used. And because my background, I'm not saying that's an excuse, but it'll make sense when I say it. Because my background has been in sales for so many years, it's a word that I use commonly. I didn't use it with clients or customers, but you know, when you kicking it with coworkers, it's a word that I used quite often. And coming on YouTube, Burnt Toast and Jules, I'm pretty sure it was those 2 creators, who I love, by the way, called out someone else, because I used to watch them a lot, and they called out someone else for using the word. I'm like, and I'm sitting back, I'm a viewer listening to this, and I'm like, wait, that's a slur? I literally used that word. I didn't do it on my platform, so the average view wouldn't know, but in my personal life, I did. So I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite and go in on her. It is wrong. I'm happy someone educated her, but the truth is I learned on YouTube too. I learned by being on YouTube, watching someone else get called out, that it was a slur. I had no idea. No idea. So I'm not gonna go in on that part. I didn't know. I didn't know. I literally learned, like I said, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, just letting you know. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Laura, there was even a couple of people in my Discord who said that. And I was like, yeah, I just learned it a few years ago. Like, and I'm not making any excuses. And to anyone that word has an impact on, I genuinely didn't know. I have not used it since. I can expand my vocabulary. I definitely can. There's no need for me to use it, especially knowing now. So to anyone who that word offends, I apologize, because I definitely used it a lot in the past. I do not do it today. I do not. I did not. So yeah, I was just like, oh. So when she said it, I had to run it back. So when she said it, I was like, oh yeah, she about to learn just like I did. She about to learn. She about to learn.
Girl, what? Hold on. I'm scared. Wait, I don't say slurs. I'm not a slur girly. Hold on. Let me go to Google. Gypped means to be cheated or tricked out of something, often money. What? It's a shortened form of the word gypsy, which has a negative and offensive history. Hold up. Oh no. Okay. I'm learning something. All right. I'm sorry. I did not know that. I thought that word literally meant what it meant, you know? Amber, listen, if you do that, I think most people.
Jordan, I'm happy you brought it up, because when she said I'm not a slur girly, I was just like, girl, shut the fuck up. Shut up. And your buddy Shantel is, but go off.
Here, we'll cancel. You will get trolled literally every live. This is such a dumb decision. Also, your words aren't bring twisted salties directly quoted you. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know how I'll get trolled. I mean, I don't care. Like, I can't troll a troller. Like, I don't mind being trolled. When I did live stream era, that's how I had it. I had all my live streams public, but the only people who were allowed to talk to me were members. And I prefer it that way.
Let's be very clear. It's about getting more money. And I would have at least respect this part if she was just honest about that. Amberlynn first said this was to have, a safe space for her viewers and supporters for them to chat. And you could tell, well, for those who watch, especially if you're in my Discord, there are some people who feel comfortable. Why you would support someone like Amberlynn Reid, I don't get it, but it's their money. So you can tell that there are people who are comfortable in that chat. They have their own little inside jokes sometimes. And it's not enough money. Let's keep in mind the last update that I remember, she had over 600 members. So that means over $6,000 a month. But that's still not enough for Amber, because let's be real, Amber used to clear a lot more than $6,000 at one point, and that's not including from her videos. Her video views don't do as great, and I think that plays a big part in why she dislikes and brings up Salty and Mr. Snowflake a lot. I'm not saying she doesn't have issues with their opinions, duh. But one thing about Amber, she's going to focus on the viewers or the creators who have the most views and make the most off of her. That would be Jordy, Mr. Snowflake, and Salty Crab. I'm sure there's more that obviously make great money. But if you're really looking at the scope of people who cover Amber, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure those are the top three. And shouts out to y'all. Get your fucking bag. One thing I'll never get is people who don't understand the concept of how good it feels to make money off of someone who ain't shit. In what world, like at least when I was younger, I never thought this would ever be a thing. I used to have to pop my shit for free and then hope that they're down to fight. Because that, for me, at least when I was younger, that was the end goal. Like I'm only going to talk so much. But we fast forward and there's a place on the internet that you could pop your shit and people can simply click on the video and you get paid. And that doesn't even like, let's get to the super chats and the memberships and stuff, all that. I understand why Shantel and Amber and them would not like us, because there are a lot of creators that make a bag off of their dumbasses, but they're so vile. You can make a bag off of them. A big bag off of them. Imagine being that sucky as a person. There are strangers all over the world that will gather with one person talking about a topic to discuss things that they feel, opinions that they feel that are similar to yours. Do you know how sucky of a person you have to be? I think Jordy, don't quote me, Jordy on average pulls in like anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 people a night to talk about this big back, dirty, abusive bitch. Yeah, I'd feel some type of way too. Thank God, at least the people used to talk about me, only a couple hundred. And now y'all wrapped up in lawsuits. When I tell y'all, one of the reasons I don't watch other reactors, there's only a couple like non-problematic like reactors from the space I still watch from time to time. But the truth is, if it ain't infighting or a creator that's in one of these lawsuits, that's where my attention is. I be tuned the fucking update me. What's going on? Mind you, I do not speak. I do not comment. I am here to view. Somebody sent an email to who? To whose family member? That's a lawyer. And there are key words that directed towards someone's. I'm seated. I'm listening. Emails to lawyer. Somebody called somebody's what? Oh, bitch, I'll be seated. Again, my name Bennett and I ain't in it. And do not tap me in because this is not what you want. But I be, that's why when y'all, oh, it's so boring. See, we're not watching the same thing. We're not watching the same thing. Let me get to some more of these. Nimare, thank you so much for the super chat, boo. Does that mean Amber and Shantel are hypocrites? That part. I feel like I've heard that term before, especially around here, but absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what's so sad? And I'm pretty sure it's someone in my Discord who pointed this out. I feel like this has been the case for a while. The fact that Amberlynn seems to have a lot more mobility than Shantel at this point is crazy. And Amberlynn is a solid 200 pounds bigger than Shantel, allegedly. And Amberlynn seems to have more mobility than Shantel. Shantel is out of breath just sitting there talking. Shantel is out of breath walking back from the bathroom. 200 pounds. Let that sink in. Kay's Eyes TV, thank you for the super chat. Hi Charlie. Your eyeshadow 8 down. Can I get an EBT? Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Kay's. Ready, set, EBTs, EBTs, EB titties, EB titties. Hold on. Just, I'll try them. EB titties, EB titties. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yo, I need help. Why the fuck did I ever agree to start doing that? That's another thing. You think I could be sitting with colleagues or on a video call with coworkers talking about EB titties, the fuck? This is the only space I could do some dumb shit like that. And that's not saying dumb because you asked me, Kate, just to be clear. These are my actions. Imagine me on a call and they're like, oh, how's your day? I'm great. EB titties. Like, be for real. This is the only space I could do some dumb shit like that. Like, I am so grateful to y'all because sometimes I look back at myself, I'm like, oh, girl. Yep. Lily, thank you so much for being a member for 1 month. A month already. Yes. Thank you for being you and for having an amazing community. Amber could never. I struggle with that. No. Amberlynn Reid. No, it's ALR. Right? Or you're trying to get me. You were trying to get me. Thank you so much. That confused me for a second. And no, she could never. Nah, not a chance in hell. Let me just look at this. I want to make sure I get the memberships correct. Where am I? Damn, I'm real behind. Virginia, welcome to the Gold Cluster. You are supreme, so you have access to the Discord, boo. Oh, and this week, just so you guys know, it'll probably actually have to get with a member because I'm rewatching a reunion that we watched like a few days ago, and I have to catch up on some housewife stuff. So if you guys are into like, I don't know, messy shows or specifically messy shows, get in there. You will love it. You will love it. It's a hot mess, and I love every bit of it. Anastasia, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Hey, chat, I wish you all a good time. Charlie, you look amazing like always. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, boo. Thank you. And thank you for being a member for 3 months. You guys are everything. Nimada, thank you for gifting a membership. And to the new member, enjoy, boo. Enjoy and welcome. Thank you. Ain't no sneezes, Jesus. Eat the entire chat. Bamble offense. Listen, anal sneezes, Jesus. I appreciate you. And I don't mean this as shade. I want to be very clear. I appreciate all of y'all. But y'all ever get in chats or whatever and you start to notice if someone's not there? As creators, we do that too. And it's not to say we have favorites. It's none of that. Actually, let me speak for myself. I appreciate you. But anal sneezes, Jesus is one of those people now. Like, if they not around, I'm going to notice. And no one's obligated to be at my streams, to be very clear. No one is. Even if you're a mod, you are not obligated. You are giving me your time, but you're one of them. Melissa, thank you, boo. What poll did I walk into? I got work off. Ooh, thank you for the reminder. You walked into a glorious poll. Please tell me I can end it. Yes. Let's take a look. Hold on. Where is it? What ingredients would you use for a cake? Hold on, let me see. And thank you for the super chat, boo. What ingredients would you use for a cake? Only 287 votes. That's crazy. That's crazy work. And you know what that means. Just not this second. 84% said Amberlynn's neck cheese. 15% said Chantel's belly button fudge. Honestly, I would choose Amberlynn's neck cheese too. I ain't even gonna hold you. Obviously, I wouldn't want neither, but if I had to choose, it probably would have been Amberlynn's neck cheese as well. Because the thing with Chantel's belly button fudge, like, it would probably smell like so many different things I don't even want to describe right now. So yeah, I feel like Amber's neck, her neck cheese will probably be the safest bet, sadly. I know it sounds crazy to say this shit out loud, but here we are, and we in it together, so I don't want to hear shit. We in it together. Hold on, let me get to this. Where is it? Bridget, welcome to the Gold Cluster. You are supreme, so you have access to the Discord. Thank you, boo. Welcome. I'm always gonna I want to get my life together just for your name. Waku, and you know it's because I always mess it up. I'm so sorry. I refuse my I refuse my humanely right to vote, shorty. I thought it was going to say shortly. I don't know why, but it says shorty. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, them Doc Martens gonna have me towering over y'all one of these days. Thank you, boo, and I appreciate you, and thank you for having so much patience all these years that I still sit there and mess up your name, even though I'm pretty sure you spelled it out to me phonetically before. Giwaku, Giwaku. Hopefully that was right. Amber's tent-sized countertop pegging washcloth. The uproar over my super chat. Love it. Agent of chaos. Agent of fucking chaos. Thank you, boo. Loveless. Hi from Japan. Got to go, but here for the stream. Oh, here to like the stream. Thank you so much. And oh my God, safe travels. I hope you enjoy Japan. I know that's right. I love that. Y'all be traveling. Yes. Oh, by the way, Puerto Rico, I'm pretty sure is off the table for this year's girls trip. I don't know if for anyone who's here, I was talking about it, Puerto Rico, but I ain't gonna hold you. I think we got to do something local like Miami. I just, yeah. Mm-mm. But let me get back to this. Let's get back into it.
So we're gonna just test it out and see how it goes. Like, I'm giving you guys a whole month in advance to figure out what you want to do. Yeah, might as well give it a try. You can always go back to private. Exactly, Maggie. Thank you so much for like saying that, because I was gonna say that. Like, if I don't like it, okay, then we'll go back to this. If you guys don't like it, okay, there's always the option to go back to this, you know?
Public streams never go well for her. It's all about the money. It's that simple. Just keep it real. It's because of the simple fact, if it's members only chat and it's a public live stream, people are either going to join to be able to chat, or people are going to simply super chat. And let's be very clear, when it comes to those super chats, she's going to prioritize them, which kind of makes sense because they're right there. She's going to prioritize them. And then they're going to be members, especially members who have been there for months, who will feel like she can't balance both. So it's a lose-lose. But I think that doesn't matter for someone like Amberlynn because it's about the money.
So yeah, it might be a decision that I'm going to regret. It might be a decision that I'm going to enjoy it. And we don't know. We don't know around here, you know? I am going through a lot.
Later on, she cries. Now listen to this. She's going through a lot, but Amberlynn, knowing the type of following that she has, is still wanting to do public streams where there's going to be her hate following at her doorstep. But go ahead.
I'm just so, like, YouTube, I'm just...
Hold on, bitch. I'll get back to you crying in a second. The Ugly Org said, every video, ALR looks more and more like an American bulldog. I'm so happy I didn't miss your comment. And you're not wrong. That's what's sad. That's what's sad. You're not wrong. And I've always stood by the opinion that Amberlynn is the prettier of, the problematic girls that we, circulate in this community. Oh, yeah. Amber, log off, bitch. And she thinks public lot. Go ahead, girl.
It's just so gross. Like, the way people are, like, but I've been doing these members live streams for a while now. Do one public and one private a week. Probably not.
That's too much work for someone like Amberlynn Reid. Let me remind y'all, she streams for 2 hours a week. 2 hours a week, and she gets over $6,000 a month.
Probably not, because I'm trying to like film multiple videos a week, and it's like if I put too much social media as like goals in my life, like I'm gonna fail. Like, social media has been like really heavy and hard lately. I mean, it always has been, but it just feels really heavy, really hard. And I get social media as my job, but like, I honestly am very grateful that I get to like choose my schedule. So I just don't want to like put too much,
Too much effort. she doesn't like to plan. It's not like she has any planning for these things. So yes, that makes sense. Even though with YouTube and social media feeling like too much and heavy, she's still choosing to go to public streams, which will be even more comments to keep up with. Got it.
But we're paying and we're telling you we don't like it. A lot of people here will cancel and never come back. Never come back. Woo! I'm scared because you just don't listen to the opinions of the people who matter. I do listen, and it seems like a lot of people, it's like 50-50. A lot of people want me to do it, and a lot of people don't. So, and I think that also what works best for me, I think also matters.
See, Amberlynn want to sit there and mock that person like, ooh, I'm scared. Let's be very clear. Amberlynn is one termination away from showing her big ass legs on OnlyFans for an income. This is all she has. I will never get that, especially for the creators where it's clear this is all you have. At the very least, try to have some type of balance, some type of rapport, and some type of respect with your viewers. Ooh, I'm scared. You should be. What the fuck would Amberlynn do for an income if she was to get terminated, say, next week? Do I believe she saves more than Shantel? Yes, but that would only last so long for a bitch like her. And there are people who will still sit there and pay, which is crazy work to me, because ain't no way you talking to me like this and I'm paying you. The reason I pay it, it's very clear. A lot of y'all come along with me for the ride in my Discord. It is very clear. As a fan, doing all, please, yeah, fucking right. I would never. Devin from Heaven, thank you so much. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. And I see you're part of the welfare fund, so thank you. Oh my God, hi honeys. I thought I was super late, but just by like 30 minutes. Yeah, and you know I talk for 30 minutes, so you're not late at all. Excited to drag and destroy with you, Miss Charshart. Thank you. I live for you. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Sounds like a you problem. Amber should be grateful for the dry potato salad audience she has, because we would really hurt her feelings. Oh, could you imagine? Speaking of hurt her feelings, when she be going in on like all these other creators and she tiptoe about around me, here's the thing. Amberlynn could pop her shit, talk her shit, but she knows what's coming back at her, because the way she was going on and on about Mr. Snowflake divorce, and I'm just like, bitch, a few of us just went through a breakup and we still talking about your breakups. But she honed in on Mr. Snowflake's alleged possible divorce or whatever. And it's just like, you knew not to bring me up, bitch. She could, but the response would be very specific. Hungry Hippo, thank you for being a member for 35 months. Thank you, boo. She's not a slur girly, but her faves Keemstar and Boogie Art. Thank you. Thank you. Every other fucking word out of their mouths. But hey, it's Amber. Big ass, big back hypocrite. Amber's 10 size countertop pegging washcloth, stepping towards season 10 pole bonding greatness. Oh, you a problem, but I love it. I love it. Thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chats. Where am I feel like I'm behind. Taz D, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Enjoy and lock in, boo. Rants with Jordan. Charlie, what is that poll? Oh my God. I didn't listen. Amber's tent size countertop pegging washcloth. We are here to bond. And sometimes I'm here to deliver messages. Like, what am I supposed to do? Thank you, boo. Thank you, rapping skills can. Thank you for the super sticker, boo. You know what's so funny? When I was writing out your name for the memberships, I had to run it back a few times. Mind you, your name is so simple. But shout out to you, since I'm assuming you're from Quebec. Shout out to you, boo. Bridget, been watching for 5 years, girl. I owed you money. You don't owe me shit. Thank you, though. You do not owe me a fuck thing, but I appreciate you. 5 years. 5 years. Can y'all really imagine that? Again, we saw, I hope I got it right. I believe it was KD. KD got their mask. So many people have lived full lives in these past few years. And you can go back, because I see people going back to my older content, because I see the comments and when it was, what video is from. It's the fact that you could really go back 3 to 4 years and not much has changed, just locations for these girls. There are people who go off and get degrees. There are people who have started families. There are people who have done career changes. There are people who have truly taken steps to just change their lives or be better in some way, travel, do all these things. These bitches don't change. I think that alone would kind of bother me in some sense. For me, there got to be certain switch ups for me. Anastasia, thank you for the super chat. The people who didn't vote on the poll have to eat both ingredients. That, and they're gonna enjoy the break video. Thank you, boo. Modern Minority, thank you for the super chat. You could probably scrape the cheese off of Amber's giant neck. I'm surprised she didn't put. I'm surprised that she didn't put back up to it. You probably could. Let me get back to this. Y'all nasty. Accurate, but nasty. Now I'm picturing somebody scraping the back of her neck. They could use that debit card she claimed she didn't use for those couple of years. Oh, God. Okay, let's get back.
Guys, she's just saying she's going to try it out and see if she likes it and we like it. It's on 1,000%. Yeah, exactly. When are you planning to do this? I'm giving you guys a full month to decide. So on the 10th of next month. So June 10th will be my first public live.
I will say the one, I guess, positive or good thing I could say out of this is that I did like that she gave a month notice. I think the whole thing is stupid, especially the reasoning she's giving. But the fact that she's doing it a month in advance, announcing it a month in advance, even though you'll see she walks it back, I did like that. Instead of like popping up one day and be like, oh, next week it's going to be this. She's giving a month notice. And if I'm being real, I don't see many people canceling. The fact that she got so many members is shocking, but I don't see many, in my mind, I don't see many people will be, canceling.
Where I only talk to members, though. It's going to be like set to members chat only. So we'll see how it goes. It could be hecticana, like, you know.
She knows it will be.
None of your members want them public, though. I don't understand why not. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm confused. Can non-members super chat?
She's playing stupid.
I'm pretty sure.
She's playing stupid.
Wait, so if you set the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So there's only members and then super chat, I think.
She knew the answer to this again, especially as someone who watches Locale Live as much as she claims. You can literally watch a few episodes and know this. She's playing stupid. It's just she knows what question is coming up next, and she knows what viewers or the members were getting ready to ask her and to point out she's playing stupid. Please be for real.
Would you be comfortable denying that the I need to learn how to read today. Would you be comfortable denying that the monetization from a member's live isn't worse than the public live? Hold on, I'm confused. That sounds like a riddle. Would you be comfortable denying? So monetization, by going public, I'm probably going to lose money.
That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. And it doesn't matter how many different ways she tries to twist this. That is a bold-faced lie. Amber knows this. Any viewer who has watched Amber through the live stream eras that she has knows this. I will never understand why people just boldly lie like this and don't understand why so many people, especially viewers, look at them like a liar. We know she's going to get more money. And if that's the goal, just be open with that. Hey, she could have said, hey, my memberships aren't growing as much. I want to switch something up to get more members, because let's be real, she's charging $10 a month for a 2-hour live stream weekly and not doing fuck all. And this is the same Amber who talking about I'm still in content, all this. Like, listen, from a mediocre bitch like her, she could never. I please. When Amberlynn's pointing the camera up at the wall and the window and all that shit, you know what I'm doing in my Discord as we're watching? I pull up music videos. I entertain the people that are in my Discord, especially since they paid to be there. Not everyone pays to be there because I throw out links to people all the time. But for the most part, my Discord is carried by my viewers. So the least I can do, which shocking, doesn't take much effort. I search a few songs, have it waiting in queue because I know she's going to point the camera at a fucking wall while she goes to the bathroom for a few minutes. Shocking. I have some entertainment for my viewers. Look at that little bit of effort. Please. A mediocre, lame ass, lazy ass bitch like that could never, not even on my worst day. It's not that hard. It's really not.
I will make, okay. So I'm going to lose money in the sense of I'm sure less people are going to be members now that they can view it for free. But then I'm going to have more ad revenue, but on average, I will be losing money.
Lie.
So I don't know if that answers your question, if that was what you were asking.
She answered with a lie, but go off.
It's not about the money. It's just about the narrative of it all. I'm having people message me on Instagram who aren't members, who can't see my lives, who are literally saying things that I never said in my lives. And also another thing is there's a lot of people stealing my content. Charlie Gold.
That's me, bitch. That's me. I'm Charlie Gold. And for anyone who is new, let me introduce myself. My name is Charlie Gold. I'm a big back in Florida who failed as a weight loss channel and a weight loss creator herself. Baby, it was embarrassing. You could scroll back to, I believe it was 2020. But you know what I did? I continued to pop my shit. I started to put more effort into my editing. I am still aging like fine wine, and I don't care who doesn't like that. And I like to bring up receipts. I like to give my viewers great content. I like to show my viewers that I put effort into what I present them, not only in my appearance, but in the content that I present them. I have an amazing Discord community where I paid someone, shocking, because I care about my viewers. I paid someone to build the Discord, and I pay that same person to manage it monthly. So that's why it flows the way it does. That's why when there's an issue, I have someone to go to. The thumbnail that you see here on the stream that you clicked on, I don't have the best talent. Guess what I did? I paid someone to do that. So yes, I am that bitch that sits there and streams her members only live streams, and I make it more entertaining. I bring more to it. I bring things that she can't. So even though the simple things that I'm mentioning really ain't that serious, I search on YouTube music videos and play it for people. Not that deep, but when it's someone like her, it's amazing. It's amazing how much you get compliments off of the smallest amount of effort. So yes, when she says my name, that's all she's really going to say because she knows I'm a dog walker. Oh, also, if you are new, I may present classy, but I run my mouth. I curse like a sailor. I run my mouth, and I back that shit up online and in real life. But yes, but I am here. I hope you are entertained. I try to come with a good attitude, the best that I can, not towards Amber or Shantel when I talk about them, but I like to make my viewers comfortable. I like to create a space so that they're comfortable, and I set the tone for my chat. Yeah, I feel like that went on longer than it needs to be, but I like to run my mouth. That's another thing you're going to learn. If you knew, I run my mouth. That's why my streams are normally around 3+ hours. I run my mouth. But you know what I do for those 3+ hours? I engage. I'm respectful. And I try to be entertaining. I try. But let's get back into it. And then I'll get caught up with more of the super chats. And I appreciate y'all.
And I'm just girl, you're obsessed with me. You're literally obsessed with me.
Here's the thing. Amber's not wrong when she says I'm obsessed with her. She's not wrong. I'm obsessed with her content. I am. I like to say I'm invested. I'm invested. It just sounds, better. But yeah, I am obsessed with her content. I have her channel on my bot. I have pretty much most of her content from the last few years downloaded on my hard drive. I put a lot of time and effort into the content that I put out. But let's be clear. I also benefit from it. I get to monetize it. I get to make money off of it. So my obsession actually pays off. And my obsession is also very accurate because of the way I put my content together, the way I put really all this stuff together, and I can drive a point home. I can do it while being completely disrespectful to her dirty, abusive ass. And sometimes, from time to time, I could be constructive. The beauty in my platform, I get to be me. If I want to be a complete bitch one day, I'm going to do that, just not to my viewers. If I want to show a little compassion, I could do that. If I want to be a tiny bit constructive, I could do that. Or if I want to just start dog walking a bitch, I can do that. It doesn't mean all my viewers agree, but there's a common respect that is amongst the viewers and myself that she can't relate to. So yes, I will be 37 on the 15th, obsessed with a big bitch through that screen, and I make an income off of it, and I'm celebrated for it. Why? Because I put a little bit of effort and I do exactly what she can't do. At the very least, be respectful and be true to me. For many years, a lot of people didn't fuck with me because a lot of creators wanted to cry about me. You know what I kept doing? Being myself. I'm for whoever finds me. If you find something in me that you fuck with, cool. But if I'm not for you, that's okay. I'm not changing up for nobody. See, Amberlynn always want to change up personalities, change up things she's complaining about and all that. No, I may be a very inconsistent creator as far as my presence on my platform, but the things that I say, the things that I stand for, and the bitch that I am is one of the most consistent things that has ever stood on this corner of the on this corner of the internet. I'm the most consistent bitch in this corner of the internet when it comes to that. And can't nobody argue that.
People are like illegally watching my stuff on like Discord, and like it's just weird energy, and I'm just like genuinely over the whole situation. So I'd rather people watch it from the person who made it, which is me.
Oh, real quick, because I saw this comment. Shane Greener. Sorry, I listen. I don't pronunciate things all the way good all the time. English was my second language, by the way. But dog walk Shani, please. There's plenty to expose. Again, here's the thing with Shani. I'm not gonna hold you. I probably don't have time to cover Shani. But for those who don't know, I'm one of the reasons Shani's was originally off the platform, was terminated. Shani knows what it is. I do not like that lady. I wish horrible things, nothing great to her and Rev. I don't know what's going on right now. If there is a creator covering, maybe I'll tap into them. It's just, I know with everything I have coming out, I know I don't have the space to add Shani. Like literally Rosie coming back will be the fourth person that I'll be covering on my platform coming up. And that's a full plate. Shantel, Amberlynn, FFG that's still coming out soon. And I'm going to bring Rosie back into the mix. I have a full plate. I'm not even going to hold you. For the creators who cover multiple, I mean like a dozen different influencers, I don't know how they do it. I don't. And I'm barely making it because I still got my job. So I appreciate you though.
And I feel like that's fair. So yeah, do a poll. If it's actually 50-50, then do it. Prove yourself right for once in your life. No, I'm good. I feel like I'm going to get persuaded, and I don't want to get persuaded. I've really thought about this for weeks. Like you guys have heard me talk about this for a few weeks now, and I finally am like, I'm making this decision, and I'm not going to be persuaded. So, because I'm a persuasive girly. Like when it comes to like deep things, like no one can persuade me. Like my opinion stands, but like when it comes to shit like this, like I can get persuaded pretty easy. So you're trying to play around and say that you don't understand that the only perk members get is this exclusive once a week stream, and now you're taking away that one perk. That's why I'm giving you guys a whole month to cancel, because I am changing the perk.
Someone will be mentioning it soon, and I think I left that edit in here, but someone actually brought up a really good idea for it to remain members only behind the paywall, and then she could make it public later on. And she even turned that down, because the truth is, if it was really about how her words come off through other creators, that was a perfect option. But it's about the money, and she doesn't want to admit that for some reason, when it's not hard to believe that a creator would love to get paid for their content, even though what she's offering is crazy. There ain't no way. But hey, KD, thank you for the being a member for 24 months. Hey, I'm clocking into Girl World after being crazy busy at work for a few weeks. Missed it here. Well, welcome back, boo. Amberlynn is popping her shit and we gonna drag her. So I don't know what mood or headspace you in, but just be prepared. Ali, thank you for being a member for 30 months, Miami. Is that when we will see how tall you really are? First of all, that honestly is probably going to end up being Miami for the girls' trip this year. It probably is. But yeah, if you see a 6'4" woman walking on the beach in Miami, a black goddess, and don't worry, I won't have my head right, please. But if you see a 6'4", see, that's how you know I'm lying because I can't even get the height right. But you know, you might see me down there. I'll let y'all know. Man, this is why the Lord made me short. Because if I was 6'4", with this face card, with my mouth, and the fact that I could fight, I'd probably be locked up. Let me shut up, because I'd probably do the most. Thank you so much for being a member for 1 month. Hellborn Brat, thank you so much. What the fuck is she going through? She has no job, gets paid for doing nothing. She makes twice my salary, and I work 40 hours a week. Sorry, I can't find my sympathy bone. No one can. No one can. She literally still takes for granted everything she has on this platform. I'm telling you, and the day comes, and here's the thing, people are actually reporting her, and viewers are learning what to report. Let's be very clear. The video that was taken down, a viewer knew exactly where to do that. And that's not the only video she has on her platform where she talked about those topics. Please. And when you got a dedicated hate following like that, hopefully you have a backup plan, or hopefully you were saving. Modern Minority, thank you for the super chat. Does Amber realize people her size pass at like 40? She's winning the race. No, that's the thing. That's why you don't see anyone her size. That I've never seen anyone elderly her size, because they just don't make it to that. And Amberlynn, I think for a long time was riding on her youth, and I think she thinks she still has that. Look at Shantel. Chantel's just a few years older than Amber. I want to say, I don't remember the exact age difference, but look at Shantel. If you look at Shantel, for those who watch, what is her name? Hungry Fat Chick. Look at how much Chantel's health is declining, and look at Hungry Fat Chick. Hungry Fat Chick is a few years older than Shantel. That is her future. If you follow Hungry Fat Chick on her personal channel, it's like where she uploads like her weigh-ins and stuff. If you watch Hungry Fat Chick's like efforts to simply step on a scale and stand there long enough for it to read her weight, you would be shocked. You would probably skip the next brownie you're about to eat. You probably won't have dessert tonight. If you were to watch that woman step on a scale to get her weight, it is so sad and it's so unfortunate. Actually, let me see if I could, hold on. Let me see something real quick. I'm going to let this play, actually, and I want to see. Actually, it's right here. Sorry to derail. You guys know how my brain works. Let me get this. Hold on. What video? Hold on. Where is it? Thank God I'm organized to where I am. I was able to find it real quick. Where is it? So this, and then Hungry Fat Chick. This is from last month. I'm gonna just pull it real quick so we could take a look. And I want y'all to see this woman try to stand on a scale and have it read her weight.
Hey y'all, today is when I didn't poop today.
Oh,
I knew it. And you wouldn't think it, but just 2 steps outside, 2 or 3 steps. Hi. Whew.
It's ready.
Okay, I'm ready. And I'm pretty well broken. Okay. And yeah, I'm bent way over because that's as straight as I can stand.
394.0 pounds.
Oh yeah, 394. Oh yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It's been that kind of week.
And she is less than 400 pounds. You tell me if this is not Chantel's very near future. And I'm going to let this play a little more because I want you to hear how out of breath she is, because she stood up. She stood up on a scale to get her weight.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I gained 4 whole pounds this week. Oh, God. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Goodbye.
Yep. Whew.
You see that? Not even 400 pounds. And obviously that weight is very high. She is very close to Chantel's weight. Very close to Chantel's weight. And does anyone know off the top of their head how old Hungry Fat Chick is? Because I actually don't know. I know Chantel is older than Amber, and I know Hungry Fat Chick is older than Chantel. I just can't remember her age. I just can't. Does anybody know? I thought it was, wait, she better not be 42. She's not older? Yeah, I thought she was in her 50s. 52? Okay. I was going to say, oh, yeah, I think she's in her 50s. We'll go with 50s. We'll go with 50s. And you see that struggle to simply stand. She no longer, well, I take that back. She rarely leaves her house any longer because it's such a big ordeal to be able to have her fit into, it's one of those specific cars. I can't remember the name. She has to get around in a specific way. Yeah, so that is her future. That again, Amber's youth only could take her so far. Only could take her so far. And there are people who don't even see Candy's age and are smaller than Candy. So, oh, let me actually get two more of these. Kay's Eyes TV, thank you for the super chat. Amber wanted to mention Charlie for a long time with that rotten tooth mouth, but since she dated a black woman, she thinks she's safe. Not today, cheese neck choker. Nah, baby, that ain't never gonna save her. Because baby, I had a few questions for Feline's ass. The thing with Amber too, I think part of it is, it's not that she can't have criticism for me, because I do say mean things about her. It's just the things that I say, I stand by. Like, you can say, oh, you shouldn't have said this. Okay, well, I said it. The fuck? Like, what do you want me to do? And chances are what's going to happen, I'm going to turn around and drag her some more. Like, if Amber, again, we're going to get to the Mr. Snowflake part, and I'm, based on what I see, the content that I've watched through Mr. Snowflake, I don't think he would respond like that. That's why I'm happy. I'm here to do it for him. And we will be getting to that part. Liz Lucas, thank you so much for the super chat. Apologies for mentioning another channel, but my two favorite girls are streaming. Sassy Charlie Gold on Amber and Sweet Are You Serious on Shantel. I'm channel hopping like we did in the 90s. No, I've watched Are You Serious a few times because she has the owl, right? Yeah, I think it's an owl. Yeah, no, baby. And that's no, I'd take no offense to that. Watch Hop, that's right. And you know mine will be back up, so I appreciate you. You know mine is, so her stays up too. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty confident her stays up. Why am I so behind? Lindsay, thank you so much for becoming a member. You are supreme, so you have access to the Discord. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Let me see. Where am I? Valeria, thank you. Your eyeshadow is giving sunset. Thank you. Hopefully it does me well in Miami. Oh, by the way, when I travel, I don't wear makeup every day, especially when it's hot climates, which is nine times out of 10, I'm trying to go to somebody's hot climate. I don't wear makeup every day. And if I do, it's a light beat. Me on vacation, and thank you again. I know that had nothing to do with your super chat. It's just, I'm thinking about vacation now. But me on vacation, I'm trying to have a good time, relax, get fucked up, you know. Speaking of getting fucked up, when I tell y'all, my edible kicked in. Okay, this is what I wanted to talk to y'all about. And this is, actually, what am I doing? This is a genuine, and I was going to do it just with my Discord, but it's just like, I need more opinions, and I'll probably make a poll about it. So you know how Amber's doing the goals and pretending she knows it's new. It's not new. It's always been there. And Shantel does it. Outside of me taking y'all to the gym because I still intend to do that, and we do goals that way. I don't have much I could do for a goal for y'all. I genuinely don't. That's why I think about it was like, when people do that, they have something to give. I don't got shit to give. Like I already have my edit together. Like I'm talking my shit. Like my makeup's already done. I can't do a goal around my makeup. So I'm like, what could I do? And then I was just like, I never stream on edibles. It's just a thing I don't do because I get nervous. Like, mind you, I'm in my Discord on edibles, streaming on edibles in there, but it's just on this platform, I never do it. And I'm just like, maybe I could do a goal for that. Like if we reach a certain goal, and to be very clear, I'm not taking a whole edible on stream. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because you'll be, by the end of that stream, I would have done told you my wax ladies info and my OBGYN. Like I'm not doing all that. I probably would tell y'all the last time I fucked if I take a whole edible. So I'm not doing that, but I would do like half a edible because half a edible, I'm still like chill. So see, that's the truth that I wanted. I don't think that's a good idea. That's the truth that I wanted. Okay, I respect that. No, I respect that. I needed to hear that because I'm like, would that be good or not? That would probably not be fun in theory, right? Fun in theory. Okay, so we won't do that. Honestly, if I ever do a goal, it's just me taking y'all to the gym because I thought about, I was like, what can I do here? There's nothing I have that I could do to make it worth it. I just know how I get even on half an edible. That's why I was saying that, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, the ugly org. It is such a good time. You guys are lit here. So obviously it's just a more condensed version in my Discord. Amber, oof, I know she would hate it in there.
That's what people do on YouTube. They do something for a while, whether it's for weeks, for months, and then they realize, oh, I want to do something different. So it's me changing the perk. I'm just really sad. I like the vibes, and I enjoyed having exclusive content. See, Lime Soda, you saying that makes me feel bad. Do first hour private and second public. What? Okay.
That's not a bad idea either, and she's fighting it. That's not a bad idea.
Why do you guys like the private so much? Like, deep down, it's truly not exclusive because
that's how she sold it, though, a safe space. And to be very clear for anyone who doesn't watch with me, I don't chat in there. Even though I'm a member, my goal is to watch with my community, and I chat in my Discord. I have never typed anything out in her chat, so it's not like I'm going at her members or anything like that. I keep my hands off. I chat in my Discord, and that's it. I don't chat in there. The most that I've ever done that was interactive is she put a poll up one time that pretty much said, like, are you gay? And I answered. And that's anonymous. That's not messing with her numbers. That's the most. But
because hundreds of people are seeing it on Discords, multiple Discords. I get sent screenshots ad nauseum, just like constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is the difference between like seeing it publicly versus like seeing it privately? I don't understand the difference because either way, you guys are still the only ones who get to speak to me. You just want those super chats? No.
Yes.
No, literally, I said the reason why I want.
And she's lying about that. Because again, if it was about her words getting mixed up, she would do it privately. And then when it was all done and ended, she could easily put it up public. And if she wanted, she could do that the next day. It's about the super chats and it's about the money. Please.
I want to do this. It has nothing to do with super chats, but okay. Because I literally forgot that people can super chat. Like someone asked me here and I was like, I don't think so.
Oh, that reminded me. Thank you for that reminder. National Treasure. Yeah, and I still plan to watch it in my Discord, even if it's public. Matter of fact, if it's public, what I'm really going to do is really lean in because now she's doing it publicly. I could do 1 week in my Discord and do 1 week right here in Stream Snipe. Then what? Then what? If I'm going to be obsessed, I'm going to be the best type of obsessed. I'm gonna be the best looking, the best edited, and just most chill. So let's lean in, especially if she wants to do it public. I know she walks it back later on in the stream, but I don't think she's gonna stick to it. Either way, I was planning to still stream it. And I don't even write in her chat. I don't do that. I did it for the access. I knew that what I was trying to do with members and viewers accomplished, and I do a great job at it.
Maybe I don't know. So they're the one who unlocked that memory for me. I feel like my mom is telling me there's no more Christmas this year. Oh my God. Fine. I won't go public. I have been bullied into it. I have been peer pressured into not doing it. I knew this was going to happen. I had a fucking feeling. I genuinely had a feeling this was going to happen. All right.
I don't think she's going to stick to this at all.
I can't make everyone happy. I can't even make myself happy. Like, I just genuinely don't even know.
You know what else she can't make happy? She can't make someone happy long enough for them to marry her. Since we'll be talking about divorce soon. She can't make herself happy, can't make a partner happy enough for them to even follow through on a proposal. Never waddle down the aisle. None of that. She ain't even really get to the planning part. Please. Please. Remember, I don't talk about my personal life. I've never been married by choice. Let me be very clear, by choice. And that was some of the best decisions I've made, because I would have been a very different person today. If I ever really spill my tea one day, if I really take it back for y'all to know the relationships I've been in, you'd be like, bitch, are you okay? Barely made it. I'm surprised I'm seemingly as sane as I am today. There's days I'm like, there was a whole relationship I was in. I'll say this part where literally we planned everything. Like, it was going to be a very small thing. We were eloping. I had my few friends that he was paying to fly out, was going to pay for the stay, everything. When I tell you, a couple of months beforehand, I had to call. I was like, nah, I can't. And he was shocked. His family was shocked. When I spoke to his mother, I explained everything. And then she turned around and started cursing him the fuck out because there's so much she didn't know. I kept a strong face for a while, stronger than I should have. And nah, he's good on paper. That person I'm referring to, I wish them nothing but the best. He has amazing kids. I loved his kids. That's part of the reason I stayed for so long, because you don't just leave out of some, kids' lives, and that was very hard. That was the biggest heartbreak of the relationship, is the fact that now I have to walk away from these kids. But him, he looks amazing on paper. As a partner, oh, he was a piece of shit. And I just was like, if I marry into this, I know it would have drove me so crazy.
I'm muting members who are genuinely being playful. No, Reactor said I was acting. That's not playful, honey. I'm like being genuinely like so authentic, and like I'm just chilling. I haven't acted not a single time in my private live streams, and it bothers me. Like, you guys have no idea, like, just forget it. Why do you want them to be public? Because people are watching them on Discords because they can't pay to watch them. So I feel
that's not true. That is not true. I have a shit ton of members, and thank you again for everyone who's a member of all different levels. There are plenty of people who sit there and pay for my membership to watch with me or even engage. And there's some people that used to watch Amberlynn's live streams with us and no longer watch, but they're still very active in my Discord because the community I created. I have people who pay me $10 a month. I have people who literally super chat me multiple times in one stream. There are plenty of people who can more than afford those memberships. It's just, I know, shocking. There are some people who don't like to spend their hard-earned money on pieces of shit that can't even slightly be respectful to them. Really think about that for a second. So I just sat here, what was it, like 10, 15 minutes ago, and I threw out the goal idea, right, with the edibles, because I was on the fence about it. I saw someone who didn't agree. I saw a few people who didn't agree. Done. You're right. That's why I'm happy I asked, because I needed to just, sometimes you need someone to tell you. Sometimes you need that. Am I going to sit there and fight y'all? No, it was an idea, not the best idea. But, sometimes you just got to see the vibe and see what it is that your viewers would be down for. I just saw someone right here. And where to go? This is what reminded me. Joy, thank you for. Oh, wait, no. It was your comment, Joy. I'm tripping. Where is it? Because you said it might. This comment from Joy. Thank you. Charlie, you can establish a mood for your chat without edibles. Don't do anything you might regret. What am I supposed to sit there and go back and forth with Joy? When Chicken said it earlier, what am I going to do? Go back? No. What you're saying makes sense. I threw out an idea. You guys are not down for it. You're making sense. And guess what? We're not doing it. I'm not going to sit here and play victim like, but guys, I'm because I could have did this, right? See if I was Amber. Hold on, I got to put my acting hat on. Again, this is acting. Like, I'm not actually upset, but Joy, Chicken, why can't I? I work long days and then I still come up here to stream for you guys. I put my best foot forward. I do all this for hours. Why can't I take an edible on stream? Why can't I make a goal to make more money? What's the issue? I don't understand. It's what I want to do. So what if I may get high and start talking about all these things I try to keep offline? So what? What's the issue? You guys are always talking. You never let me do what I want to do. That's crazy. Why don't you see it from my side? I get a lot of shit on this platform. And maybe, did you ever think for a second about my feelings? That maybe an edible would help me while I'm up here? While I have all these creators always talking about me? Did you ever think for a second what that would do for me? But no, you just immediately shut it down. Fuck. See? I could have responded like that. What the fuck would I look like though? It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully I got the point of what I was trying to say, but like, what do I look like being like, oh, you know what? They talking some sense into me. Bet. Idea off the table. Yeah. Edibles are my therapy. Let me stop. Let me get. And you notice how my eyes are dry just like hers when she cries? The fuck?
Triggered, okay. And then people are twisting my words. So I'm like, okay. So those are the two reasons. And I've said it over and over. You're cute when you're angry. Chester, you're the biggest troll I've ever seen. But that's a very Erica coded. Like, Erica loved to make me angry because she like thought it was sexy. Like, okay, weird energy. Oh, Erica was different for sure.
Why is she bringing up Erica? Because now when Erica's wife, ex-wife, whatever they got going on, start posting about her again or start talking shit about her again, then what? Then it's going to be, oh, they're obsessed with me. The fact that Erica's name is still coming out her mouth to this day is crazy. Oh, she's so dumb. Nimadid, I know Nimada's probably gone right now, but right, girlies, it's late. I'm off to bed. Nimadid, if you see this during playbacks, I appreciate you and thank you for the super chat, boo. Malarkey, hi, boo. Malarkey, you're one of the people, and I don't know if you caught this earlier, and this is not like shade or anything like that. Malarkey is one of the people, if I don't see them for a while, I notice. And I mean that in a good way. Like, I don't mean that any disrespect or trying to be shady. Thank you for being a member for 17 months. Shout out to Charlie. Thank you, boo. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And for y'all who don't know, there's been content in the past. I wasn't always good with downloading and getting receipts and stuff like that. Malarkey Meter, that's when I first heard of them. They used to be an archiver. Like, Malarkey used to get everything. And that's how I started to catch up. And then I started realizing I should put the effort into downloading it myself. So, but shout out to you, Malarkey. Thank you. Valentina, thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat. I'd rather give a real one $5.99 than an abuser $9.99. That. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. And that's the crazy thing. Don't nobody owe me shit. And people will sit there. I've said this before, but I just need y'all to wrap y'all heads around it. The fact that sometimes I'll sit up here, and it's happened a few times during a stream, someone will super chat me, right? I'm just a bitch in Florida talking their shit. Someone will super chat me to tell me I look nice. Someone will super chat me to compliment my makeup or some shit. You got to understand that in a lot of ways is unbelievable. And so many people, especially for people like fucking Shantel and Amberlynn, take that for granted. You don't think sometimes I'd be like, God damn, you just sent me $5 to tell me that. Thank you. Like, I have people in my personal life, like, who will watch these streams and they even get confused because, there are people who not on the internet like that, like doing streams or watching streams. And I even had my sister one time, they're like, did that person actually send you $10 to say that? And I was like, yeah, they send money and say nice things. And she's like, you really get that money? Yeah, bitch. That's why I was able to pay. Like, there was something I was able to help her with. And I was like, yeah, that's where the extra money came from. Literally, people will send you money and say nice things to you. They just appreciate it's just support. And she's like, that's crazy. And I'm like, that's one of the reasons I talk about these bitches the way I do. I know what money I've made on this platform. At the very least, give your best and be respectful. It's not that fucking hard. Just build the community you want to build. If you go back 3-4 years, it was a bit rocky for me on this platform. Granted, a lot of y'all led with lies and I just had to let it play out. But look at where I'm at. I'm literally building the community I want. We crack on me. We talk about jokes. I think Anal Smeezes Jesus just cracked another joke about. I love that. Crack jokes on me. That's the vibe that I want. When I kick it with people in my real life, we crack jokes on each other. Sometimes we got to tell each other, like, nah, you think if I fostered an environment for a viewer to not be like, that's not a good idea, you think Cheekin wouldn't have said that shit to me? No. If I got to get some sense knocked into me, like, bitch, do not be sitting on this fucking platform being high. Sometimes you got to hear that, even from the people that fuck with you. That's how you know they fuck with you. Not everything got to be a fucking battle. So it's just like, this is what I want. This is the views. No, not the same. But this is so solid. I don't care. And I still get a shit ton of support. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I know Amber can't relate. Amber's tent size, another one. Amber's tent size countertop pegging washcloth. Before I read the super chat, another viewer who will super chat me multiple times in a stream. Do you know how? And when I say crazy, I don't mean it at y'all. Like, I'm appreciative, but you got to think about it sitting on this side. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, be appreciative. Like, what the fuck? If I wasn't live, I probably would have been watching some shows, probably had some pimple cream on, or you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? But anyway, sorry. I went on a whole rant. It's just that shit bothers me so much. And there's certain things I don't tell y'all because I think it would make more sense why I get frustrated when like these creators mistreat their viewers. But for the little bit that I've explained, I hope you get it. Last poll for chat. Ooh. Whose body are you scuba diving in for 24 hours? Shantel, scuba diving in for 24 hours. Wait, Amber's tent size countertop. If you have a break idea, do you have Twitter? I don't know. Everybody got Twitter. I was gonna say DM me on Twitter because I don't want you to keep super chatting to tell me. That's why. If you have Twitter, please hit me up, and I'm gonna put that poll up. I just want to. Whose body are you scuba diving in for 24 hours? Amber, Shantel, or Amber? I'm not gonna tell y'all my answer, but I already know my answer. I'm not gonna tell you my answer, but I know it. Let me and as you guys know, I'm behind in the super chats because I'm trying to balance both, but I know my answer. I'm not gonna tell y'all because I don't want to persuade y'all one way or another, but I know my answer. And no, you can't pick death. Oh, actually, because we're an hour and 48 minutes in, I'm gonna let this play, put up this poll. Within 12 minutes, well, I guess it will be 11 minutes. Within 11 minutes, so by the time I see the 2-hour mark, if I do not see 500 votes, we're going on break. And you know what that means. So I'm giving y'all 11 minutes to get in 500 votes. Let me do that right now. Take it away, Amber.
How would Erica make you angry? I don't know. I don't really want to talk about her. It's just when Chester said that, it unlocked that type of memory for me, because it was giving that energy for sure. Address the father's friends. Oh, I can address that now if you would like. So when I was a teenager, well,
Before we do this, I want to be very clear. I only included part of this, and there's a reason why I only included part of it. Number one, it was actually very triggering to a lot of people, myself included, when we were watching in real time. But I only included part of it. And I want to be very clear. When it comes to Amberlynn's childhood, I choose to believe many things happened to her as a child. I don't give much commentary when it comes to her talking about her foster care experience, the things that happened to her as a child. I choose to not do that. I know there's been content done around the things she said that happened. I'm intentionally choosing not to look into it. I don't want to, even from the things she said this night, because I'm literally streaming it in real time for everybody. If I was watching alone, I actually would have shut the stream down. But I knew I pulled in all these people with the expectation that we are watching this. So even though this is not the full scope of everything she said, I only left a little bit. Trigger warning, because she is talking about what happened to her as a child. Again, I trimmed a lot of it down. And when it comes to me, what happened to her as a child, I believe. I believe many things happened to Amberlynn as a child. It does not excuse the piece of shit or make an excuse for the piece of shit she is today, but I'm not questioning that, nor do I want to question it. And I've never questioned it, and I'm not going to start now. That's all.
really, when I lived with my parents, on and off my whole life, they did drugs, obviously, and a lot of people would come in. It was just constant. It was like my dad ran a meth McDonald's. You know how McDonald's just constantly has people just in and out, in and out, in and out. It was very that coded. And as a teenager, I was around 14, 15. I finally got to live with my parents again, because I think 14. Yeah, let's say 14. Because we got to do the trial thing, because I was in foster care, and I lived with them for about a year and a half. Sorry, I just got so triggered and popped off. People just genuinely have no fucking idea. I am going through a lot. I'm just so YouTube, it's just so gross, the way people are, people saying that I was begging for money in my what I ate today video, when literally all I did was thank my members. What planet are we living on?
First of all, I don't know who. The thing is, she doesn't name names sometimes. I don't believe she was begging for money. It's just what she put over her members' heads when she said, and I think I include the clip, that their memberships will directly be paying for her weight loss drugs was crazy, especially with the way she dogs her members, was crazy. Amberlynn can more than afford weight loss drugs, even though she mentioned the price being something close to rent. Amberlynn can more than afford it. This is the same Amberlynn who's flexing and showing off that she normally carries around $1,500 in her wallet. Take that $1,500 out that she claims she used to carry around and put it monthly towards those meds. That's the thing. Amberlynn has made a shit ton of money. In all these years, she could have really invested in herself and really took time and flexed in different ways, but she didn't. She chose to turn around and try to shit on her viewers, shit on creators and all that. Get the fuck out of here. She makes over $6,000 a month just from memberships. You know what would really, call me crazy, but you know what would really be a thank you to her members? Being respectful, putting some effort into her streams, not clapping back, blocking, and shit talking her members. I think that's a thank you enough. Putting just a little bit of effort, just get a mic. This mic, I think, was it $100? I think this mic was $100 when I bought it. And then, you got to buy the extra pieces and stuff. That, I think her members would appreciate putting some effort into her content, coming with a better attitude, coming with a fucking plan where she's not expecting her members to carry the conversation for her. You'd be surprised how grateful people are for those small things because they notice it.
Genuinely, I do not understand. Like, I do not get treated remotely the same as everyone else. I'm just constantly dogpiled on, and I'm just like, no, I didn't delete it. So YouTube deleted it because of certain words that I was saying. You can't say, I'm not going to say them because it's against community guidelines. So, but when you talk about certain topics like EDs, you are not allowed to anymore. And it's like, I was trying to be vulnerable and I was trying to talk about exactly how I was feeling in the moment. And I can't, you guys. I'm not allowed to open up anymore because YouTube does not allow it.
Just so we're clear, I included the clips in the video that I covered this on to test it. I actually did that to test it, and we're going to get to that because she has something to say about creators in a moment.
So I have to be as vague as possible. And yeah, it's just like, to me, it's very freaking weird that so many reaction channels are so happy that Amberlynn finally got her video taken down. I did nothing wrong in that video. I did nothing wrong.
Well, according to YouTube, she actually broke terms of service. And I know this is a confusing concept to people like Amberlynn who always want to be a victim. There are people similar to myself who laugh when awful people get consequences, even though that consequence itself was a bit shocking based on everything we've seen in this space. The fact that it was kind of like, really? What about all this other stuff? Whatever. But I still was just like, okay, the fuck? Yeah. I know there's this thing where it's just like, no, don't, laugh or applaud people's misfortune. If you're a piece of shit, bitch, I'm applauding. I'm taking a gummy for you. I might order some Wingstop just to celebrate on your behalf. Please. I'm not one of these like, oh, that's unfortunate. That's good. Whack her ass again. The fuck? I don't understand the concept. Like, oh, she doesn't understand why. She does understand most creators do not like her. She's an awful person. That's why when she starts gaining weight again, go ahead. Proud of you. Keep it up, champ. Stupid. Elizabeth, thank you, boo. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Okay, boo, pop your shit always. Well, not always, but I try to from time to time. From time to time. Thank you, boo. Anal Smeezus Jesus. I love when you go off at 4 foot tall queen. Me and you. Me and you. Me and you. That's why I gotta bring the mukburns back when I'm in the gym. So you can see what I'm talking about. I really am. And yes, part of it is the angle of the camera, but that's not important. I really do give 5'6", maybe not 5'8", but we're gonna go with 5'8". Watch, when I bring mukburns back, because I eventually plan to, when I bring those back, you're gonna look at me at the gym, you're gonna look at me on the elliptical or on the Stairmaster, and you can't tell me I look under 5'6". Because I'd be looking at them angles. I'm like, and let me get some more weight down, so then you can start seeing my neck a lot more and my shoulders. It's gonna get, I'm telling you, it's there. Y'all just refuse to see it. And no, it doesn't matter that I'm sitting on blankets to give me height. LeBron probably did that at one point. Y'all don't know what LeBron and all these other tall people do. Y'all just know one thing, that they're tall, famous, very talented, but you don't know he might be sitting on blankets too. Shit, maybe it's good for our backs, us tall people. Amen. Thank you for the super chat. Don't forget to add that you're 6 foot and Beyonce's cousin. Period. Thank you. Do you guys know? Oh my God. I think I told you this. I think there's a viewer and it did not come off as sarcasm. I think they actually did believe for a second I was Beyonce's cousin. I was just like, girl, no. Thank you for the super chat. But yes. Tall and Beyonce's cousin. Y'all might see me on a Cowboy Carter tour one of these days. I might just come up from the risers. Why would she give me an entrance like that? It don't matter. Just stay with the vision. Just saying. Badusi, my baby, thank you so much for being a member for 37 months. No, I gotta read out your name. He moistens my CPAP fupa hole with backdoor sauce. Oh, Badusi, you nasty. Let me get back into this.
I am a girl who was suffering that day, and I spoke about it. And then I talked about the ways that I would like to improve myself. And I thanked my members.
She talked about the fact that she would be really leaning in and depending on weight loss meds. And she wanted to add the icing on the cake that it's because of her members and all of these things, when the truth is Amberlynn could have been afforded this all these years. There's more help she could afford, but she chooses not to. It's bullshit.
I am thinking about going on a GLP-1 that I've never been on before. And that's a big decision. And it makes me nervous and it makes me anxious. It's a big decision. I mean, I shouldn't have to really explain myself, but I think not doing it and not letting it like kickstart my weight loss is a bad idea. I feel like it's an irresponsible idea. And the weight loss injection that I'm choosing is very expensive. And I am so grateful for my members. That is where that money is going to be going now. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, like, I genuinely would not be able to start this medicine.
The Amberlynn, who at one point was clearing $20,000 a month, on average $15,000 a month, is still probably clearing close to $10,000 a month currently, because her memberships are over $6,000 a month. And with her videos, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 a month from her videos. I'll say closer to the 4 side. Okay. And the average person watching her does not make that. And you see how much she orders out. You see all those useless Amazon hauls that she does. Imagine if she was to truly budget, cut back on how much she purchases, and just put that into, if it's the weight loss drugs, do that. Put that into quality food. Put that into actually following through with, I think she said recently, a nutritionist. But here we are.
It's literally like another.
I'm happy you said this, because we're this. And people are struggling to make rent. Exactly. This option that Amber has, and let's be real, that I have, because I have the option to, this is the thing, the average person, right? There's over 1,000, over 1,100 of you guys in here. I want you to put a 1 in the chat, because I know that poll is still going. I want you to put a 1 in the chat. And this is where me and Amberlynn relate. Well, actually, she doesn't have a job, but you get the point. Do you guys have the option to get off of work and go clock in to a hobby and make money, on average hundreds, and within a few hours? Put a 1 in the chat if you have that option, or put a 2 in the chat because you don't have that option and you got to make do with what the fuck you have. You got to make do with your job. You got to make do with your career. And on top of that, you probably have kids or family or other things to look after. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of 2s. A few 1s, but I'm seeing a lot of 2s. Because I can leave work, log in here, and make more income. So guess what? When I have goals or things like that I'm working towards, the only thing I've openly really talked about, because I know it's way down the line, is the fact that I want to get my boobs done. But there are current goals that I have. And you know what I have to do? Show up. And you know what I plan to do when I show up? Because I know support comes when I do this. Put in some effort. Look good. Yesterday I was going to go live. You know why I didn't go live? I was tired as fuck from work. I knew my energy was going to be down, and there's a chance I would have come off with an attitude because it was just a long day. It was back to back, just putting out fires. Not literally, but you get my point. Like this escalation, that escalated. I was tired. And I knew if I went live, it would have been off. I'd rather just not go live and come back the next day and give y'all something good, something that will make y'all feel good, at least give y'all good energy, than to force that shit. That's why I know the support I get is deserved and then some, because I make sure I do that. Does it mean maybe I don't go live as much? Sure. Does it mean I'm not on the platform as much? Okay. But people can have their opinions, but for the most part, I want my viewers to be like, you know what? I enjoyed that. Or, you know what? I didn't agree with A, B, and C, but I respected this and we're still good. It's not that hard. It's not that fucking hard. People join memberships. People will super chat. And for those who can't, I still appreciate y'all. You want to know why? You clicked in. You make the chat what it is. You think I don't notice the vibe of my chat? I got a dope ass chat. You don't think I notice the vibe of my Discord? I got a dope ass Discord. You work up to that. You build that, and that takes time. But they want instant gratification, especially for being some mediocre bitches who put nothing into this shit.
Month's rent that I will be having to pay every single month. But with the memberships, it's going to help me a lot. So I just want to say I'm very grateful. So all these reaction channels are like, let's take it down. But they're reacting to it. Like, you need help. Like,
No, you just need better support. That's the thing. I played the clips in that video. It's still up. I don't know why it's still up, but it's still up. And I did it purposely knowing that I might get a community guideline strike. And it is what it is. You want to know why? Because I could afford to do that. This is not my main job. I could afford to do that. That's what, like, when I was getting struck by Natter and all that, I just sat out for 2 weeks. I just kept on with my job, kept on with Discord, and kept it pushing. I could afford to do those things. Amber can't.
should not be reacting to the video that was taken down because that's not supposed to be on YouTube. So it's just like, okay, so now.
This is something I've been wanting to say for a long time, and it will come down the line. There's a reason I'm going to end up leaning into it. But stories and stories. Yay, thanks for still appreciating us poor folks who can't super chat often. I'm going to say this, and there's only a few creators who understand what I mean, and there's a few creators who don't want it to be true. Thank you for this comment, and let me make something very clear. It doesn't matter the records that you know that have been, the numbers that have come from live streams in this space. The most money made in this specific space throughout the years was done through videos. There's a reason I still encourage and try to encourage as much as I can, like the streams, like the videos. It's free as long as you actually enjoy it. Obviously, like, I'm not going to bully you into it, but clicking on a video, clicking on a stream, and liking it pays more than y'all realize. Believe me, it pays more than y'all realize. The most I've ever made on this platform when I blew up, and that went on for a very long time, I wasn't streaming. There's a few creators who know those numbers. And I will always be grateful to y'all, because if it wasn't for that, I don't know what my life would have looked like through the pandemic. I don't know what my family's life would have looked like through the pandemic. And I do not mean this as a flex. I mean this as a thank you. I was covering multiple households during the pandemic. I no longer go to her, which is not a problem. Like, it's no shade to her. There were landlords, business landlords, that were working out things with, the renters. And at the time, the person who did my hair was struggling because, for those who don't know, there was a lot of businesses and a lot of landlords trying to, like, do payment plans and stuff, because obviously people aren't leaving the house, but they still need to be paid, blah, blah, blah. Like, this was during the pandemic. I was able to cover myself, cover my family, and still cover her. My hair does not cost her rent, not even close to it. But I knew what she was going through, and I was able to cover it. If it was just from my job, there's no way in hell I would have made it through the pandemic. with my sanity. I don't know what the fuck would have happened to me through the pandemic. But I covered multiple households. You got to remember it. I'm one person with a cat. You know, it's not like I have 4 kids and all of that. Like, I'm one person with a cat. I was able to cover mad people. Something went wrong. It cost $800. I was able to easily Zelle that. I was able to easily Cash App that. That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for this platform. And I was able to get that income through videos. And again, I do not mean it as a flex or to be disrespectful, because I know the state of the economy. And let's be clear, I don't make those numbers today. I still clear a lot of money on the platform. I'm not pretending I don't, but not that number, if I'm being real. But that's why I encourage that. Click on the videos, engage in the comments. I promise y'all, I promise you, it pays more than you think. And yes, it's bold for me to say this. It's the truth. And it plays part of the reason why so many people wanted me out the way. This is coming from the creator. Before live streams, I was the highest paid creator in this space. Anybody who was around knew that. They just didn't know the number. I shared the number with a couple of creators. I made money that I never thought I would make because y'all clicked on a fucking video with my face in it. I had that bitch's face, whether it be Shantel or Amber, my fat ass face in the thumbnail, making some screwed up face, and y'all clicked on it. And y'all wrote a comment. Never, even if it's not a super chat, if it's not a membership, do not downplay what it means for you to click on a video. I promise you. One day I'll probably talk about the number. I've talked about the number in Discord. But there were months I made. And again, I'm thankful to y'all. There were days I made what people, months I made what people made in a year. I never thought that a chick in Florida giving her fucking opinion over train wrecks could do that. You guys carried so much of my family through the pandemic, and I will never be able to truly thank y'all for that. So don't think, oh, I can't do this. I'm poor. I'm this. I'm that. Baby, baby, you're paying me. You're still paying me. You're still supporting me. So that's all. And again, I don't mean that to be disrespectful, because I know times is hard. Like, this is just me saying thank you. Y'all don't fully get it. If you fully understood what you do for creators, you wouldn't let certain creators talk to you certain ways. That's all I'm saying.
Next Tuesday, we're going to do another goal. So this goal, I just wanted to, I got $2 from it. My goal was literally just one super chat, because I wanted to see what it looked like. So I appreciate you guys. You guys are sweet. Because I see so many other people do it in their live streams. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I don't understand. Yeah, I'm happy for Trisha too. I don't know. Maybe I'm jealous. I think I'm jealous because as someone who can't have children, I'm just like, damn.
Thank God. I don't care how awful that sounds. Thank God. I don't care what you believe in. Thank that. Thankfully. I will always be one of those people that is very grateful that it's harder, because it's not impossible. It's harder for people like Amberlynn and Shantel to become parents. Thank God.
I want one. I want one. Do you want kids? I do. Speaking of, you know, it's funny. In one of Beck's like Q&A things, situation type deals, I don't know what was going on there. Beck was asked, like, has Amberlynn like always wanted kids? Like, or is that just like something she's saying now? And Beck was like, we never spoke about it. Bish, what? Like, literally, you see us talking about children in Q&As in live streams, like, while we were together. And I would always say how I like wanted a daughter. Like, it's just so weird. It's like,
well, there's a couple of things I took away from that. There's a chance that they only did that for content and had those conversations for content, because it's very clear there's a lot of things Amberlynn put on for the cameras, even when it comes to her relationship with Beck. Secondly, there are times, especially in abusive relationships, you just talk and zone the fuck out and know exactly what to say. So I actually kind of get that answer, even though I do believe they talked about these conversations possibly off camera. I doubt it was that much, and I could easily see Beck zoning the fuck out. Like, oh yeah, you want, yeah, yeah, awesome, totally, yeah. It's not a hard concept. It's really not hard to put two and two together. It's the way I still didn't hit 500 votes. Trifling. So the poll was with 445 votes. Huh. Scuba dive for 24 hours and Amberlynn Reid for 73% and Shantel for 26%. My vote was for Amber. My vote was for Amber. I know, can't wipe her ass in all. My vote's for Amber. The amount of infections I would come out of going for Amber than Shantel. Like Shantel, there's a long list of infections that come from that. With Amber, I feel like it's minimal infections. Still got to get a lot of shots, still got to get a vitamin drip, still got to get a lot of testing done and work through that. But I promise you, the amount of infections and diseases that come from Shantel, I wouldn't wish that on my enemy. Not a chance. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not a chance. Let me see. And there's so many of y'all who are so against my, and I know low key some of y'all are over my shit with the polls. Look and see what's wrong with the polls? It's not bad. It's not bad. Green Fern, you want to talk to the 26% too, right? I'm telling you. But to be fair, there are new viewers. There's some viewers who don't know, like Villa Day Chantel. They only get, even though this Chantel is nasty too, but there are some people who don't know the full history and what she's actually working with under everything. Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I Heal Rages know what time it is. I'm going to go on a quick break and then I'll get back from break and try to catch up on the Super Chats and milestones as much as possible. But get buckled in. Oh, wait, did I even? I was talking all that shit. You know, so crazy. I originally was not going to do that. That's the crazy thing. I originally was not going to do that. But I got to. Let me go on a quick break.
You ain't got enough of this fever, I know. Nothing would remain and you don't wanna go. So go. Cause you're picking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you, but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake. Fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you at the end. Don't you know what happens to dreams you don't follow? They crumble. You know I can't stand what you're getting so hollow. So go. Cause you're thinking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you, but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake. Fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. Life doesn't wait, you can see it and waste away. I'll be with you always, you don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you at the I'll be with you always, you don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you at the end.
The comment that had me laughing, where is it? Valentina, where is it? I put it on screen. Please let me find it real quick. Valentina said, pretty much, now I'm mistreating y'all, and I bust out laughing because I literally went on a whole rant about mistreating viewers. Then I get so much satisfaction at you guys reacting the way you do. So I guess that kind of makes me a hypocrite. I get so much satisfaction out of you guys reacting. That's why I put the comments on screen, because I'm cracking up the whole time. It never gets old. Mind you, I should have redone a different break edit a long time ago, but it does not get old. And we're not going to get those clips of Shantel back probably ever. So you guys make it so worth it. Not Raven, literally every time I go on break, the views go down. Every single time. Every single time. It's just like, they're like, nope, we out. It's so horrible. And I really be like tearing up laughing. Whew. Oh my goodness. Now imagine me on edibles. I would not stop laughing. That's the sad part. I'd probably piss myself and fall on the floor laughing. Oh my goodness. Kels Bells, thank you for being a member for 8 months. I've been here since you had 300 subs. Being a lurker, the girls have gotten so out of pocket lately. I have to run my mouth occasionally now. Thank you so much. You know, so crazy, and I appreciate you. There was a time where I was just like, oh, it would be so cool to get like, and I don't mean that to anyone who thinks like this. Keep focused, stay consistent, and you'll get there. I remember back in the day, I used to be like, whoa, it'd be so cool to like say I got 10,000 subs. At the end of, it was my goal to go into 2020 with 10,000 subs. If you go back to my older videos, I used to like talk about that openly. You know, it's before I got a lot of hate and people were really upset at my numbers. But I was like, oh, it'd be so cool to go into 2020 with 10,000 subs. Because, you know, my channel was like growing rapidly. But in my head, I'm still thinking, shoot, 10,000 people subscribing is a lot of people. So it would be really cool. I ended that year with 60,000 subs. And I always remember that because I was shocked. My goal, which was a huge goal for me, 10,000 subs. Like, what the fuck? 10,000 people? I ended that year, went into 2020 with 60,000 subs. I was shocked. And it was around the time that Shantel was going off and off and off about me because, you know, she saw my channel growing and she didn't like that, you know, a fat bitch was getting a lot of positivity and dragging other problematic fat bitches. But it was shocking. So I will never tell nobody not to get on this platform. Get on this platform. Give it a shot. Stay consistent. You're not going to always look and sound the way that you want to. But when you give it a shot and it pays off and people start subscribing and those numbers are growing, it is one of the best feelings. Like, I used to wish I could do YouTube. I used to wish I could live stream. Like, I used to always say that, like, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. Like, I just know one of the things that fucked me up is I try to compare myself to other people doing it the way that I wish I could do it. Like, I've talked about it before. One of the reasons I didn't go live is because I loved watching Michael B. Petty live stream. I knew I could never do it like that. I knew I couldn't do it. So I'm like, why am I going to even try? Nobody's going to go from Michael B. Petty to Charlie, like what I knew I was going to offer. Like, that's what I thought in my head. Mind you, that's my friend. And he used to tell me, he used to always encourage me, like, go for it. And then I tell him, like, you know, you do it like this. And he used to tell me, stop comparing. People are gonna fuck with you, even if you stumble, if you this, do that. But for a long time, that's why I didn't do the live streams, because I was just like, I would love to like deliver what Michael delivers, but I'm not gonna be able to. So what's the point? You know? So it just goes to show you, even if you don't deliver what you would like to, people will still be drawn to you if you're authentically yourself. There's times I don't unmute myself. I forget to unmute myself, or I hit the wrong button. I do dumb shit. I'm not like the best tech savvy person, but people are okay with that. They're not going to cancel you because you don't unmute. They're not going to cancel you because you're not the most energetic person. Like, I wish I had the energy Kai Cenat had. I do. I wish I could do that and just have y'all like, I don't know. I wish, but I'm not that person. I'm not. And people fuck with it. You know, you're not clicking on a Kai Cenat live stream where I might have a horse walking in. You know, you're gonna click on me. You know, I'm gonna be sitting here popping my shit, and I'll look good doing it. That's the best I could do. You know, and give you good edits. So, Spoonie, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Amber wants us to play choosy between her and you. Stop. It's not funny. And that's another thing. Amberlynn does this, and she knows what it does. It's going to draw people to the reactor she's talking shit to. It's just like, and oh, I'm still in no, I'm offering a service to viewers, and I do it well. So it's just like, girl, please. Olivia Batty Benson, thank you for the super chat, boo. Still love your name. Thank you. I missed you. Finally caught alive, and my God, sis still telling the 6'4" lie. I'm gonna let you have it, Shorty Gold. Give that 6 foot energy love. It's not a lie per se. Saying I'm 6'4" isn't. Look at me about to gaslight. Listen. Gaslighting in real time. Saying I'm 6'4" isn't technically a lie. It is an exaggeration of the truth. Just because I add 1 foot to that doesn't mean if you squint really hard, you may still see 6'4". So is it a lie? I feel like that's a harsh way to put it. It's an exaggeration that still can be true to some people. Bam. Y'all like how I did that? Y'all like how I did that? It sounded good, didn't it? It did in my head. I hope it sounded good to y'all. The odd one, thank you so much for the super chat. I can't stand the smug baby reindeer with bloated legs, bitch. Yeah. Oh, I didn't watch the video, but I saw screenshots in my Discord. Mr. Snowflake put a baby reindeer like edit in one of his last videos. I was like, oh yeah, eat that bitch up. Eat her the fuck up. But are you serious? We were just talking about you. I don't even know if you're still in chat. We were just talking about you. Can somebody link Are You Serious channel in the chat, please? We were just talking about you. And shout out to the viewer who brought you up. And thank you for the gift of membership. Thank you, boo. Rara, I hope I said that. Rara, yeah, beautiful name. Made it to a live. Oh my God, yay! Irish baddies here. In Poland right now to study nursing. Queen, throw some love in the chat, please. You help me laugh on hard times. ALR should go back to her washcloth. Get that. Thank you, boo. And I hope everything goes well for you with your studies. And you're gonna get that degree, boo. Stay focused. Remember, that always come first. This mess will always be here. Always. But I appreciate you. Oh, Amber should make eye drop merch. Honestly, she really missed the mark on the washcloths. Yeah, it's a mockery of her, but she really missed it. Thank you again, boo. KD, Amber gets mad at her community because she is not asking them. She already decided what she wants and is pissed they did not immediately agree. Disrespectful, lazy, and entitled Amber. That was perfectly said. I'm going to just say it one more time. Amber gets mad at her community because she is not asking them. She already decided what she wants and is pissed they did not immediately agree. Disrespectful, lazy, and entitled Amber. Facts. That's the thing. She does make up her mind most of the time already. So what the fuck is the point of asking? Just to get stupid. Jamie, welcome. Welcome to the Gold Clutch to the Boom. Thank you. And enjoy the perks. Strange wiggly stuff. Hey Charlie, just wanted to say when I heard Amber accuse you of stealing content, think she got more problems than being a slur girly. We ain't even get to it yet. We ain't even get to it yet. Cause what y'all don't know, when we get to the Mr. Snowflake part, I'm bringing her daddy into this conversation because you got me fucked up thinking divorce is a problem. The same. Listen, I don't know Mr. Snowflake's private business, but I could promise you this based off the man I do not know. I can guarantee at least he won't do what the fuck she had to go through. I'm sure he don't got no meth lab running in the back of his fucking house that his kids could get to and start chewing on like gushers. That's the thing. She says this thing like, "Oh, Mr. Snowflake acts like he's perfect." I've never heard him say that, and there's no creator in the space that should pretend that they're perfect. I've never heard that come from him, but I'll say that there is not one perfect, great, extremely. No, we sit there and we criticize mentally ill, problematic women. There is some criticism there, but the idea that somebody getting divorced is a problem, I didn't hear he was a deadbeat. I didn't hear that he be doing drugs and neglecting his children or child. I don't know. I don't even know how many kids he got. I didn't hear that. Let me guess. Would that be more comfortable for Amber because she could relate to that shit? She sounds dumb as fuck. And that's the thing. Mr. Snowflake don't seem like the person to take it there, but I will take it there. Because if we're really being truthful, going through a divorce isn't bad. And sometimes that's needed to make sure those kids are a priority, to make sure those kids are still happy. Something that her parents could never fucking do for her, which prioritize her. So maybe that divorce that he may be going through will stop the chances of his kids ending up being a 600-pound fucking train wreck on the fucking internet that cries victim all the time. So kudos to Mr. Snowflake. I don't know his background. I don't know none of that. Shout out to him and his future ex-wife or whatever the situation they got going on. Prioritize them kids. Prioritize that family. Prioritize yourselves so you don't end up with multiple Amberlynn Reids a few years down the line. Shout out to you, stupid bitch.
Like that. I'm like, what? Girl, stop bringing that back. No, I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. They opened that floodgate, honey, and I'm not gonna be the one to close it. Neither are they. That shit's open for real. That's open forever. Swim in the water.
She contradicts herself here, but I also want to mention, yeah, Amber could keep talking about Beck. Go ahead. Should she? No. Is it wise? Absolutely not. But keep going. And we'll also keep reminding her that Beck is one of her victims. Please.
I think people would just appreciate you acknowledging that even though you struggle with BPD, being overly controlling was wrong and you regret treating your partner like that. I do. But it's like, I shouldn't have to do this in front of an audience, you know? Like, it's embarrassing for me. Like, I don't understand. Like, it genuinely is. Swim in that flood and don't get cellulitis because I'm telling you. Yeah.
A fat bitch who ate her ass to cancer, ended up beating that, couldn't wipe her ass, was getting sponge baths at one point in bed while abusing their partner, could never talk about me in a breakup. I know we're not there yet, but it's just now I'm on 10 because that part got me upset. A bitch like her could never. Learn to wipe your ass first. And yes, you can multitask. You could learn to wipe your ass and also criticize reactors. But it's very clear Amberlynn does not know how to multitask. Please. A bitch who used you put a white wash rag at the corner of a sink and tooted your big ass up in hopes that it would grab enough. Imagine a bitch like that speaking on your personal life. Bitch, you could never. And these are things, as a man, I understand Mr. Snowflake maybe shouldn't say. That's why I'm here. As a woman, you nasty bitch. You're a dirty, nasty bitch. You're big as fuck. You went through all of this to still sit your big stinky ass here. The fact that we could talk about this bitch's neck cheese, the fact that we could talk about washcloths, the fact that we could talk about all this shit that she put out there. Some of it got exposed, yeah, but you got eyes. You saw those try-on hauls. Did it look like her arms was reaching anything past her belly button? No. But you were so proud to monetize your eating, your disordered eating. You were so proud to sit up here and flex with thousands that you was making a month. That's crazy. A bitch like her could never.
They probably forgot. No, they definitely remembered. They just like to act like I lie about everything and stuff. So, which one of your exes do you think would make a good parent? I'm going to start from the beginning here.
This is so stupid. She should have skipped this. She should have skipped it. And I'm behind on memberships and everything. I do see Mr. Snowflake did gift memberships. I appreciate you. And let me drag this bitch. You got it. Take the classy way out, Mr. Snowflake. I got this one. Tag me in, okay? I got it. Keep being classy, doing your thing. But I'm behind. That's the only reason I I see it here in chat, but I'm behind on others.
No. Crystal would? No. Who was next? Not me forgetting. I'm trying to remember the order of my exes. No. Who was next? Feline would. Tommy would. Okay.
So she believes Crystal, Feline, and Tommy would be great parents. She skipped Beck, the same Beck that was wiping her ass and doing and taking care of her like an overgrown toddler, having the patience of a fucking saint through most of that, in my opinion, wouldn't be a great parent. Again, Amber should have skipped this question. And I still stand by my opinion. I'm very grateful. It's harder for a bitch like her to become a parent. Tommy. And that's the thing. I'm not going to drag Tommy, and there's certain things that were not public. So you're going to have to read in between the lines. So for the viewers who know, the irony of Amber to have the opinion she has on Mr. Snowflake, knowing what some people know about Tommy. The irony. And that's the most I'm going to say. Because if I was really nasty, I would start dragging the fuck out of Tommy for the shit that Amberlynn said, and I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that girl alone. Let her have her peace. Let her have her privacy. But based on Tommy, the woman she wanted to marry so badly, Mr. Snowflake's situation is golden compared to Tommy's situation. Let's be very clear.
Whew. I was like trying to remember like who's what, where. Oh my god. I responded to Window like twice. Sorry, I'm not a good responder person. Window is not salty crab. Salty crab. All right, we're gonna take a break. I have to pee. I'm sorry. I'm human. What are we gonna do about it? And yeah. So you guys are gonna look at Window because you guys love Window. So I'll be right back.
The reason I showed her pointing to the window is I wanted you to see an idea for those who don't get to watch the member streams, how she goes on break. She literally will point the camera to a wall or a window. And that's when I take the opportunity to pull up some entertainment, a music video. There's a couple of times we watch Super Bowl performances. Like, I want to make sure the viewers who show up for me to watch this with me are entertained and not looking at a fucking wall in silence.
Why do we think Salty is here? Well, salty crap. Gross, dirty, salty crap.
About this nickname, if she wants to criticize people, call names, all of that, do your thing. It makes her hypocritical based on the things that she's said about reactors, but let's go with it. If I was Amberlynn, however, salty crap and dirty should not come out of her mouth. This is the same big back bitch I dubbed the sodium-filled whale. We fast forward a few years, we find out her dirty ass can't even wipe her ass. Shitty rags all over the place. neck cheese. So this sodium-filled whale with those shitty ass rags is calling someone else salty crap. The projection is crazy. Salty crap coming from Amberlynn Reid. Again, just something a bit more clever that isn't like a self-own. Salty crap. You? And she walks into this shit. That's my thing. You walk into this shit. Because there's no way you said that and didn't immediately realize, oh, I'm about to get dragged for this. Because this relates to me more than it does to her. Stupid. Sometimes her stupidity just annoys me. Like, how are you this stupid? You've been on the internet how long? You still can't drag people? I even know how to drag somebody who's never a faceless account. You haven't learned. Sounds like a you problem. That means you didn't take the poll. I choose the bottom. That means you probably didn't take the poll. Thank you for the super chat. Chivas, thank you so much. 9 a.m. in Australia. Kids are in daycare. Charlie is live. House is almost cleaned. Then shopping and foot massage. Oh, baby, you living a dream. Hold on. Hold on. I want to be like you when I grow up. What a brilliant day. Thank you. Enjoy yourself. I know that's right. And enjoy that massage. Shoot, if you added pedicure to that, that's the perfect day. Oh my God. And thank you again for the super chat. Senza, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Came for Amber's members only live stream, stayed for the immaculate vibes of the Discord. You are the reason my husband finally got into Girl World. I love that. Thank you. And it means a lot when y'all see the vibe of the Discord and you guys fuck with it. It means so much. Because a lot of hard work was put into that, especially because Discords don't have obviously the best reputation. So it was really important that even if I failed at so many other things, that wasn't one of them. So I appreciate you. Oh, wait, did I get that one? Oh, no, that was that one. Thank you. Malarkey, thank you, boo. Thank you. I still archive, but Canadian Bacon was getting... Oh, really? Was getting strike happy. So I put her streams on my Twitter now. But to be clear, just saying is queen. Period. Agreed. And oh yeah, let's still I know I'm bad with repeating. When I have other content, I'll be linking her a lot more. But my mods, while Malarkey actually reminded me of this, can you guys link Just Saying's channel, please, if you don't mind? Thank you, Malarkey boo. Zoe, I hope that's how I say your name. I hope it's Zoe. I prayed Zoe. But thank you so much. Thank you for becoming a member, boo. I appreciate you. The Cheerios. Remember, English was not my first language. Oh. Had to take a long break from watching anything Amberlynn since she was driving me crazy, and my first responses are turned up all the way. Listen, it'd be like that with her. It'd be like that with her. Thank you so much, boo. And when you need to take a break, take a break. There's so many people I see that will dip out for a few weeks because I don't see them, and then they come back. I get it. And she ain't even worth that much energy. Olivia Benson Batty. Love you, boo. I hate when Amber Big Al refers to herself as a girl. Bitch, you're a 500-pound, mid-30s grown-ass woman. Teenage wannabe acting sloppy, bodied bitch irks me. That she I think her and Shantel, because I think so much happened or something happened at that age, is why they always resort back to that. Even when it comes to Chantel's baby talk, it's weird to me. I've never been in a relationship with someone, no matter how serious, and I do some type of baby talk. Even if it's to persuade something like, oh, you said no to this, but I really want this. I'm not doing no baby, like, please. That's weird. The Browse, thank you for the super chat. I'd rather be poor than live in a 500-pound body and depend on my mom to drive me everywhere. That. But remember, she still looks down on a lot of people, a lot of viewers.
Definitely watches my shit. So obsessed because
this whole argument about like, oh, salty crab watches, Snowflake, Jordy, all these other reactors, no shit. They should watch if they're gonna make content out of it and also be accurate so viewers can trust what they're saying and enjoy their content. The thing is, Amberlynn, what you do want as a creator is to have viewers invested, to have viewers have notifications on, to have people, when you see those comments that are like first or second, we love that. You want viewers to be engaged and invested and excited for your next upload. What Amberlynn didn't count on is some of those viewers turning around, making channels of their own and monetizing off of her big back.
Because that is how they make their content. I'm sorry, but I cannot be poked and poked and poked, used, shit talked, and like not say anything. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm so curious about the LOL cow stuff. Do you want to go on? Because I looked at this week and it's intense. It is so crazy. I do. I want to go on, but then I don't, but then I do, but then I don't. It's like very back and forth. So
now, here's the thing. Again, we can all have opinions. And the reason I kept this clip in specifically, even though I already talked about it in a previous live stream, this is one of the ways she's a big hypocrite. For her to be such a fan, and I said this at the top of the stream, but for her to be such a fan of those problematic men and also try to count a fucking divorce as such like a character flaw or whatever. And again, I don't watch Mr. Snowflake consistently, but I'm confident enough to say for the times I did watch him, he's not saying slurs every other word. He's not putting down women every other word. Granted, actually, I should probably take that back because we all low-key kind of put down Amber in some way. Fine. But the way they do it on that platform, and as someone who's gone through what she's gone through and also gone through the things that she has claimed, Amberlynn, I find it interesting. She loves Keemstar. This is the same Keemstar. And let me be clear. I watched this play out myself. I do not send the money. I don't even like the stream, dislike the stream. I don't engage outside of clicking onto the stream. I watched, for those who watch Local Live, I watched a few months ago, Becky from Local Queens come out and accuse one of the members of their community of rape. Do you know what Keemstar did? He tried to quiet down the situation and even discouraged Becky from Local Queens to go to the authorities. I watched that in real time. That is a fact. My jaw was on the ground. And even till this day, there was some recent drama with Becky from Local Queens, Tina, and I believe Savage and someone else, where they brought up something to do with the situation. And the reason Keemstar was upset is because there was an agreement for it to not be discussed. There was an agreement that this young lady should not ever speak, especially on that platform, about the sexual assault, because the member of the community was one of the big paying members. It's someone she met, if I'm not mistaken, during that dating show thing that they did for her. Keemstar discouraged that. Keemstar wanted swept away. But this is the Keemstar. This is the Keemstar that Amberlynn enjoys. But a divorce? A divorce? Ew. But Keemstar? Interesting, right? Interesting. She's a fucking hypocrite, a dumb bitch. And that's exactly why I know when it comes to the things that we say on this platform, it's not her issue. Her issue that it's directed at her. That's the issue. I clipped it out of this because I didn't want to go over it, but Amberlynn tries to bring up Casey. Well, Casey, according to the things that Amberlynn still tries to allege this day, would have been celebrated. Keemstar would have loved Casey. The truth is, if Amberlynn goes up there, Keemstar might still reach out to Casey to get an interview. That's what Amberlynn don't realize. The avalanche that comes after her going on that stream. Keem's going to have his assistant reach out to a lot of different people. And if she sits her big ass on that platform and lies, God help her. Keemstar is all these great things. But Snowflake going through a divorce. is disgusting. It's interesting how that works.
Foodie did it. Oh, the LOL Cal Live.
Peep this shade. Peep this shade. Someone just said, "Oh, Shantel did it." Look at the response, and I want you to pay close attention to this response.
Yeah, she was just like a visitor type deal. Visitor.
That was shade. Someone brings up that Shantel went up there. She was just a visitor. Please, they're looking for me to be a host. That's small town stuff. That's what I don't know if a lot of people picked up on that. She was like, oh, she was just a visitor. What they're looking to do with me, like, I'm up here, Chantel's down here. Because a lot of people don't remember, Amberlynn looks at herself above Shantel. She's been like that for years. So when she responded like that, I was like, well, you can't even hide it sometimes. She was just a visitor. Actually, they wanted her to be a host. That's the true tea. They wanted her to be a host. It's low-cal queens. Low-cal live. As long as you're a low-cal that brings in a lot of income, which Shantel did because of the super chats, memberships, and all of that, for them to like drag Shantel in chat, Keemstar wanted her bad. So
did you see Snowflake's doco he dropped on Feudi? No, I don't watch his fucking bullshit. Like, go sign your divorce papers. Like, fuck off. Get out of here. Fuck you. Oh, I hate him so much. Sorry.
let's just say Mr. Snowflake did have to sign some divorce papers. I'm sure that's sad. Any end of a relationship, especially a marriage, I'm sure that's hard on anyone. What is that any business of hers, especially if he didn't bring it to the public? This is the same bitch who has cried about the people digging into people's lives. So actually, I'm about to be a hypocrite. I'm happy I said it at the top of this stream. If Mr. Snowflake not bringing front and center his personal relationships or his relationships dissolving, if he didn't bring that to his platform, but Amberlynn finds it acceptable to do, then I guess it shouldn't be a problem that people bring to the forefront that Tommy didn't even have custody of her child. Tommy also went through a divorce. And even worse, didn't have custody of your child. Do you know how hard it is to lose custody of your child as a mother? Do you know how hard that is? So what the fuck did she do? So if Mr. Snowflake's divorce can be a topic, Tommy doing something bad enough to lose custody of her child can be a topic as well. And the next bitch she gets into, if there's some shit on them, I guess it shouldn't be a problem either. And that's the thing. I've always said, leave these people alone. Let's focus on what is right in front of us because there's enough there. The problem with Amber and other people who like to go over life, there's not enough there for them. There's not enough there for them. So for them, they have to reach into their lives, dig stuff up. You guys remember, y'all been around for a while. People used to look up my debt. Bitch, I'm not a financial channel. People used to look up my debt. Oh, you didn't pay this. You didn't pay. Then pay it, bitch. I'm not up here giving financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a bitch who runs their mouth and I get paid for it. And I guess that was supposed to be embarrassing. What? Somebody going through a divorce is supposed to be embarrassing? That's what people do when they have to dig. They don't have enough and they can't work with what's there to explain why they dislike you. So now Mr. Snowflake is a horrible person because he couldn't keep his marriage together. He couldn't do all these things. Really? Really? That's what makes him a horrible person? Now, what kind of person would Mr. Snowflake be if he did stay with his wife and he did try to keep his family together, but in that process he was a fucking meth head who had people running in and out of his house, mixing up, I don't even know how meth works, mixing that shit up to the point that his kids get to play in it, to the point that one of his kids end up dirty as fuck at one of the grandparents' house, and they stayed there for how long? to the point that they so fucked up they raise other criminals, felons, thugs. Because isn't that what the states call people who have records? Thugs. Good thing that's not what I'm hearing coming from Mr. Snowflake, right? It doesn't sound like he's raising thugs like this bitch's father did. It doesn't sound like he a meth head, a crackhead, and all this other shit that abandoned his child. It sounds like there was a decision that had to be made, a very hard one. And I'm going to hope from there he still is a great parent and he goes through whatever co-parenting situation with grace. Because that's not what I'm hearing. For the amount of shitty people that have been in and out of this bitch's life. Matter of fact, the last bitch she wanted to marry was a fucking deadbeat in some way herself. It is hard in this country to lose custody of your child as a mother. Do you know how shitty you are? So are we talking about personal stuff that's not on the platform or are we not? I need to understand. Because she wanted to marry and be up under someone whose background is way worse than Mr. Snowflake's. So is it that she's disgusted by Mr. Snowflake or is it that she should be impressed? Because I don't hear losing custody. I don't hear none of that. I hear a relationship needing to be dissolved. Tommy dissolved her relationship and still ended up losing custody. Now clock that, you dumb bitch. Let me get to this shit. Bertha Boyle Jean, thank you for the super chat, boo. Her mom probably doesn't help her more because of the fit throwing, goes on behind the scenes. Choices aren't just for choosy, Amber. Grow up. My daughter is your age. Son is a doctor. Oh, yes. We went through it too. That. There are a lot of people who overcome their struggles. A lot of people. Yeah, I get it. Life ain't fair sometimes. Life sucks sometimes. Do you see the state of this country? Life can suck sometimes, but you know what you got to do? Get up. You want to know, as much as I was laughing at Shantel raging, one of the most frustrating things about her? She goes off on viewers encouraging her to get up and do more. She's pouting, oh, I don't want to do this. Bitch, there's days I don't want to get up and do shit either, but guess what? Bills don't get paid if you don't. My cat can't take care of himself. There's days I'm just like, oh my God, I wish I was in bed all day. I do not want to do this shit today. Even though I still work from home. There's days I don't want to fucking sit in front of a laptop. I don't want to sit in front of a tablet. I don't want to answer this call. I don't want to deal with this escalation. There's days I'm just like, oh my God, why couldn't I have won the lottery? I do not want to do this today. But you know what? I still got to do it. I still got to get my fat ass up and take my walk in the morning to make sure I'm good and showered by the time I log in. Well, not on here, my work laptop, but you get my point. Get over it. There are people who actually deal with real life shit. Just Jamie, thank you so much for the super chat. I bet Beck blocked that out because the thought of having a child with Amber was so terrifying. Just imagine how that would have played out. Thank the gods that. Femme Marie, thank you for being a member for 2 months. I would not be able to watch if you had the energy of... Really? Because he's so popular. He's so energetic. Thank you. I love your energy and the community you've created. Never change. We appreciate you. Thank you, Femme Marie. And thank you for being a member for 2 months. Because he's so like... I don't know. Sometimes I look at those guys, like, how they jump around a room? Like... I kind of wish I had that energy, but that's not me. Like, I'll give you a little shoulder, a little, but that's all. But there are times that I'm like, because you look at them being so, because I'm not ashamed to say I look at other people that I find entertaining, especially if they're more successful than me. And, you wish, or me, I wish I could do a little more like them. I wish, like, I see certain setups that I'm like, damn, I wish I could do that. Maybe it would make my streams more entertaining, So I'm happy you guys accept me the way I am, but I ain't gonna hold you. If I could have a bit more energy or be able to do some of the stuff that they do, I don't know. I just think it's cool. I think it's cool. But I appreciate you guys for accepting me the way I come, which is like this. Just Jamie. Oh my God. Thank you. I got so much shit to watch. Just Jamie just said Rosie just hauled boxed mac and cheese and Velveeta. Bitches, we about to be so locked in and so entertained. Rosie is like the completion. Rosie is, I don't know how to explain it, but And she back to doing the same shit, Rosie. And I know, let me tell y'all, Rosie said it so many times yesterday. She was like, I don't want the reactors to pay attention to me. Like, she just going down a list of people she don't like and things like that. Oh, baby, we locked in. Welcome home, boo. Welcome home. I love that for us. Charlie, I'm going to take your cinder blocks away. We're going to see. I'm telling y'all, they got Ozempic. They're going to come out something for height. Yeah, in our lifetime. I'm about to be 37. By the time I'm 45, there's going to be a drug on the market that helps with your height. Watch. And baby, watch out. I don't care if I'm not on a platform anymore. Just remember I said that and just know I'm one of the test dummies. I don't give a fuck.
Like, literally, he acts so perfect. Why'd your wife divorce you then?
I know I did not leave the damn editing. See, we're all flawed. I cannot believe I left the goddamn editing. For those who don't know what you're looking at, that's how I know where to put clips. That means there was a clip that was supposed to go here and I forgot to put it in. So when people point out how precise I am with the clips and contradictions, when I'm editing and trimming it down, I place a card there to know to go back to add the clip that I'm. And sometimes I forget to add the clip. And it is so frustrating as an editor. It's funny, but also frustrating because it's just like, okay, let me get back to it. Let me center myself. It's not the end of the world. It's a first world problem. I just left the edit, but damn it. Oh. Look at that. It's going to be a long clip too.
You guys, like, have a child together. You could be a happy, cute little family if you're as perfect as you say you are. Why'd your wife divorce you then? Divorce is a big thing. It's bigger than just breaking up with a boyfriend or girlfriend. So why'd you get divorced? Tell me what you did. So fucking dumb. Like, I
the truth is, whatever Mr. Snowflake going through that he chooses not to make public ain't nobody's business. But if we want to ask questions about public knowledge that we do have, instead of asking why one person is getting divorced, why can't she achieve getting married? Why can't she actually get down the aisle with someone? Why did she eat herself out of being able to give birth one day? We can ask questions that's public knowledge that she's made public on her platform if you really want to go there. Because it sounds like Mr. Snowflake has achieved a lot of things that she has not been able to. He got married, started a family. He could walk longer than a mile for damn sure. He's good looking. I ain't gonna hold you. When I first saw Mr. Snowflake, I was like, hello? Who the fuck are you? And I had to sit back and respectfully to his situation. I genuinely don't know what the situation is, so I say this respectfully. But I saw him, I was like, who the fuck is this? And I didn't hear him speak, and I heard him speak, but I still wasn't sure. And I don't mean this in a problematic way. I do not assume nobody's sexuality. I do not assume it off of your mannerisms, nothing. So I needed some confirmation. I was just like, what he going for? What he going for? Because he fine. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just like, who the fuck is this? I just don't like to express it too much because I never want him to be like uncomfortable or anything like that. Like, I don't try to do that with creators. But that man was fine. I mean, he's still fine, but I was just like, hold on. Hold on. You not in the States? You come visit or no? You can call me what you want, but I'm a real bitch. I'm a real bitch. First night, no date. First night, no date needed, nigga. Well, he's not black, but you get my point. First night, no date needed. Period. Period. You know how Amberlynn spread for them washcloths? I'd be spreading for something else. Okay, that's it. Back to this. Respectfully, please, please don't get mad at me. Respectfully.
Are you sure he's getting divorced? I literally know he is divorced. He is divorced. Right now, he is currently divorced. I know he is. Anyway.
Hold on. Last comment. Where it go? Someone said Charlie wanted snow in Florida. Baby, let me tell you, I believe he has one child. I would have swallowed a third, fourth, and fifth. I promise you. Okay, I'm done. I'm done for real. Respectfully, I'm just being honest. I've kept that in for a long time. He wouldn't have had no more kids because I would have swallowed all of them. But back to this.
It is a hard situation, Nico. Like, is there two Nicos? I'm like confused. It is hard. Can you tell more on why you hate him, like other than the divorce? I don't hate him because of the divorce. I hate him because he spreads lies about me. He says that I fake things of when I was a kid, which no. What about him being divorced is morally or ethically wrong? I'm not getting it. Okay, Kelly, here, let me explain it. Okay. So Snowflake thinks that he's perfect. He's so wonderful. He doesn't do anything wrong. Just so perfect.
I've never heard him say that, though. Here's the thing. There's this conception that a lot of reactors, because we present ourselves as better than the train wrecks, the truth is it's not hard to be better than them. These are awful people. So that's why for a long time I didn't say it, but then I realized there was like kickback about that. It's not hard to be better than them. Most creators are better people than them. It doesn't mean we're not flawed. It doesn't mean we don't say things that can be criticized. I just talked about swallowing this man. Like, that could be criticized. Is that a bit too far? Probably. I'll get some criticism for it, but it is what it is. But it's still not hard to be better than these people. It's not. Amberlynn's a piece of shit. Shantel is a piece of shit. The truth is, the bare minimum around here gets applauded because they don't even give that. Let's be for real. It's not hard to not come on the platform and constantly lie, constantly gaslight, manipulate, get exposed for being the piece of shit that we always knew you were. It's not hard to not go on rages. You're not feeling well? Don't stream. You're not feeling up to it? Don't record yourself. We do the bare minimum. I make sure I'm feeling good. I make sure I got some coffee in my system. Let's do this. What am I actually doing? Be for real. What am I really doing? So it's just, it's but it's Amber. She don't get it. She don't get it. Let me get caught up with this. Double C, thank you so much for the super chat. I finally caught alive. Love you, Charlie. Been here since that fat man and the coker. You've been here since then? You want to know that was my favorite intros? That was my favorite, one of my favorite live stream intros. I worked so hard on that. You've been here since I remember that. By the way, funny you say that. You know I got some criticism for that title. I used to get criticism left and right. And I would just be like, after some time, I was just like, it is what it is. But thank you, boo. Fit and curvy. Ma'am, I love you, but how's that blanket under your booty making you look 5'8" max? First of all, it's 2 blankets. Thank you. Think once. And secondly, when I'm sitting on them, I look 6 feet. Well, no, 2 blankets would be hot. Be quiet. You're my Taurus sister. You can't do this. We on each other's side. Thank you. And thank you again. I know Mr. Snowflake went off to bed because I know it's like late in his area, I'm pretty sure. But thank you again, Mr. Snowflake, for the 5 memberships, for the gifted memberships, and to the new members. Enjoy. I'm so happy he left before I said that because I ain't gonna hold you. If he was still here, I wouldn't have said that shit. I'd have kept it cute. I would have kept it cute. I don't want to be like weird like that, but the nasty things I would have did to that man. Anyways, sounds like a you problem. Thank you for the super chat. It is just mean, or is it just me? Or is it just mean, or does she kind of sound like Kim Kardashian when she fake cries? That's what she's probably going for. Please. You don't think in her mind, Amberlynn's mind, she's like the Kim K of this corner of YouTube? Please. She say Trisha Paytas because she's an influencer, but in her mind, she's Kim K. And thank you again, boo. And I'll take Kim K crying over Amber. Actually, no, I'll still take Kim K. Luna Mars, thank you for the super chat. Divorce wouldn't be a problem if Valentine did it to be with her. Huh, that's a good point, actually. The way that did not even connect. That part. The woman who was really happy and excited to get into the middle of that, have her divorce. Keep in mind, let's remember the way that Amberlynn was so giddy for Valentine to tell her wife about her leaving was through a fucking letter. That's what they discussed. For Erica / Valentine to write her wife a letter that they were getting a divorce and she was going to move in with Amber. And got the nerve to bring up divorce. Got it. Right. Bertha Boyle Jean, thank you again, Boo. She has Arrested Development by choice. I believe so too. And the thing is, I think it's a combination of both, but I also think Amberlynn and Shantel think it's cute. I think they think something about that is amusing. Maybe they think it's relatable, and it's not. It's pathetic and weird. And thank you again for the super chat, Boo. Pookie, thank you for the super chat. Funny how she thinks being divorced makes someone a bad person, but she wants to be proposed to. She wants to be proposed to every partner like it's a clearance sale, and it still didn't work. At least he made it down the aisle. That, and let's not forget, she had to buy her own ring. KD, thank you for the super chat. I love that Amber said Tommy would be a good parent, and not that she is a good parent. She probably forgot Tommy doesn't have her child. Exactly. Oh, she probably forgot Tommy even has a child. Thank you for that super chat. I know, because it's not like she got custody.
So he makes fun of this fat chick online. Oh, you got divorced because you're a piece of garbage. You know, everything else that he says. Calls me a liar. I'm such a horrible girlfriend. He was married.
So was Erica.
Was married.
So was Erica. So was Tommy.
With a child.
Tommy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To get divorced means, obviously, he's not this perfect person. He's not this
never claimed he was. So if he's awful to be getting a divorce, what is Tommy? The same Tommy she was so in love with and wanted to marry. What is Tommy? Divorced with no custody.
Perfect boyfriend. He's not this perfect dad. He's not this perfect husband. He's not this perfect human being. He's not
I don't think he claimed to be perfect, but at the end of the day, guess what? He's better than Amber. And that's what she's really mad about. He's better than Amber and probably makes more money off of her content than her. And that's truly what it comes down to. And seeing that we saw what Dalton looks like, the man she was having phone sex with, you can't tell me that if Mr. Snowflake wasn't Mr. Snowflake on the internet, she wouldn't have hiked one of her big ass legs up and try to have phone sex with him too. Please.
a perfect specimen. Like he makes it seem to be. So why are you going to have a whole channel about a fat girl saying, oh, she's just such a bad girlfriend, when obviously you did something as well that made you get divorced? So, Amber, you're so lost. I'm lost, yes, but not in this situation. How do you know he's divorced? Because
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to ask myself, should I say this or should I not? Okay, whatever. So his ex-wife is like a public figure in own sense of her way. Like she doesn't make videos or anything like that, but she has her own like thing going on. And literally.
And Tommy, based on the fetish that she and her ex or late fiance monetized, were somewhat public figures in their own way. didn't they have a following? Didn't people look forward to their content and all of that? So Tommy herself was a public figure in a kind of sort of way. See, I could be vague like Amberlynn to have it fit my narrative too. You see how I did that? Tommy, the deadbeat, divorced deadbeat, was a public figure with a following because she was a feeder. Carry on. I'm going to make sure it fits. We're going to do this together.
It says, I'm a newly single mom. As like her whole aura is, I'm a newly single mom. I'm not going to say like the rest of it because it, but yeah, that's how I know. So,
and I want to drive this point home because I did see someone say it earlier. Again, it's none of our business. It's not something he made public, but sometimes with divorces, it doesn't necessarily fall on the man. Let's be very clear. And that is no shade or disrespect to his situation, to his partner, whatever it is that they got going on. But we don't know shit. We don't know a fuck thing. At least I don't. And we don't have to, because guess what? Keeping things private doesn't mean you're lying to your audience, because that was a big talking point for many years. Keeping things private means you can keep things private. Mr. Snowflake doesn't live his life online and share his personal stuff as income. Amber does. And the issue that Amber and Shantel have is the fact that they overshared all these years and chose to monetize it, where there's people and creators like us who choose to just do what they do, or well, actually talk about what they post online and make an income off of it. So two very different genres. The difference is we can make money off of your back, while the money you made got you in the position that you're in. So Mr. Snowflake don't got to say a fuck thing. The fact that we even know that is too much because it didn't come from him.
my friend is really good at like, all it takes is like, all you need is a photo of someone and then you do reverse image search. I don't know how to do it personally.
I also want to,
Before we get into what Alexis did for Amber, and I'm gonna let it run through, that friend who's doing reverse image searches, they need to image search some weight loss drugs. They need to image search a therapist. They need to image search a nutritionist. See, your friend is sitting here looking up shit that gets you in shit because you run your mouth. The friend, if they're really a friend, needs to look up a food scale. Needs to look up bottles of water because the bitch is dehydrated and only drinking what was it, one bottle every few weeks or some shit like that. Yeah, be that type of friend. Image search that. Matter of fact, image search different ways that this bitch could bathe regularly. How about that? Now I'm gonna let this run through so you can hear Alexis talk about Jordy and Amberlynn, throw the blame on Alexis because this is not new behavior at all. And let's be clear as well. I don't give a fuck where Jordy lives. Unless Jordy publicly wants to talk about where Jordy lives, keep in mind, I don't know if any of that is true. And if I'm being completely real, if any of that is true in this economy, I'd want to be living the way Jordy's living too. So let's get into that before I continue dragging this bitch.
add a fun little story time moment to this. So when Amberlynn was living in Kentucky, she saw a license plate that belonged to the same state that Jordy lives in. And she freaked out and was like, oh my God, he's stalking me. He sent someone to stalk me. And I was just like, girl, I think you're a little paranoid, but I also didn't really know. So I was just like, it's okay, like trying to comfort her. But now that I think back on it, that is ridiculous.
When you were talking about having a stalker a while ago in a vid, was that Jordy? No. But this reminds me of something that Alexa said to y'all. She said, there was a Pennsylvania license plate in front of Amberlynn's apartment, and she thought it was Jordy. Sorry, we had a crumb. We had a crumb, folks. And she was like so scared it was Jordy. No. Never happened. Never happened a day in my life. Secondly, Alexis. Actually, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you do it. Actually, no, I'm not, because you're going to lie. You know what? Let me just do it for you. Alexis literally paid to find out all of Jordy's information. I'm telling you, between Jordy's parents' names, Jordy's siblings' names, Jordy's phone number, to Jordy's address, to all of that. Why? I'll never know. I'll never be able to tell you. Did she also text that number? Yeah. Yeah, she did. Yeah. And I'm just sitting back like, what is actually happening? I really don't know. But I mean, if we want to talk about someone obsessed with Jordy, y'all need to look in Alexis's view, because just saying. All right.
I don't recall Amberlynn saying she discouraged Alexis from doing that. I don't recall hearing Amber saying when she found out she was very upset with Alexis. That's the thing. Amber is entertained by people digging into Reactor's lives. And is it wrong all around? Sure. But she should be able to take what she puts out. If it's entertaining to her, guess what? There's a whole community that it will be entertaining to when people keep digging into her life or her next partner's life or her family members' lives. If next week somebody pops up and wants to do a dramatic reading of all the charges that her siblings have, she better sit there and fucking take it. Let's see if divorce is the worst thing in their background. Let's see if divorce is the worst thing in that bloodline's background. If divorce is so disgusting and speaks to someone's character, what is it that all those people got locked up for? Let's see. Why not? Amberlynn just gave the okay, right? Even though she was so upset that people were looking into her mom's background, getting information wrong and all of that. Isn't that funny? People can look at a report and still get information wrong, but she's going to assume that a woman's new content or whatever that they may have going on means that Mr. Snowflake was a shitty husband. He's horrible. There's divorces needed and all these other things. You don't know shit. Just like a lot of people didn't know shit when it comes to that, the police report and all that. Again, if next week somebody starts reading down all the charges from her family, she better shut the fuck up. I don't even want to see one crocodile tear come down her face.
But she took a photo. She took a photo of Snowflake. It just did that. And then it just like went through a trail. Like she was able to just like easily find all these things. And I'm like, how? I don't understand. So I don't know. I just got sent the info. So we want the tea about who his ex-wife is. I'm not gonna give that tea though. I don't want her to be a part of it, but just know, like,
listen to this. I'm not gonna give that tea. I don't want her to be a part of this, but listen to what she's about to say.
I've like, it's not that hard to like find and figure out, really. I don't know. It's like things that are public, right? Don't we all say, oh, Amberlynn's this was public, and like that was public, and like her mom's medical her mom's prison and jail records from 1984 is public, so that's okay to take. Like, it's just so fucking dumb. Like, I genuinely can't. Like,
that was her encouraging viewers to go look into whatever it is that her friend found. It's not that hard. I don't want to bring her into this. I don't want her in this mess, but also, I mean, it's not that hard to find. Bitch, fuck you.
If it's online, girl, it's fair game as far as I'm concerned. I don't know.
Her brother's records, I'm sure, is online. Right? Got it.
It's just hectic. I've been watching him for years and never heard him discuss his life other than Jimmy. Well, Courtney, You're obviously a stan of Snowflake.
Keep in mind, all this viewer said is I've been watching him for some time and I don't recall him talking about his personal life outside of having his friend Jimmy Bunker there. That is all that viewer said. Take it away, Amber.
So you're in the wrong live stream. I could tell you that first off, because I strongly dislike him. If you're a man, a grown ass man, making fun of lymphedema, calling someone who was literally sexually assaulted, sexually harassed, as a young girl, calling that person a liar.
And here's the thing. That is okay to criticize. That's where Amber loses it. If someone questioned me and what I went through as a child, I'd be upset as well. But I wouldn't choose to criticize them by, oh, I looked into this and this is what makes them a horrible person. It's not that hard. Again, I didn't look into those videos because I don't want to look and I just don't want to touch the topic. I prefer to stay in the dark with a lot of whatever inconsistencies may be out there. But that's okay to criticize. Hey, I went through this as a child. I know what I went through. And the fact that anyone questions it, I find it disgusting. Period. End of. But she goes on to say, oh, he thinks he's perfect. He's getting a divorce. He can't even keep his family together. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Because we can direct that right back to her. And the simple fact is, Amber has been widely criticized and questioned on some serious topics due to the behavior she's displayed all these years. That's the truth. Does it feel good? I'm sure it doesn't. Imagine if out of all the lies she spread through the years, the one thing she was telling the truth about was everything that happened to her as a child. And the fact that some people can question that, it hurts. Even with her cancer diagnosis, the fact that some people question that, yeah, I'm sure it hurts. But she built that reputation. She built that rapport with her viewers because money mattered more than the rapport she could have with viewers. When the truth is, you may not get a lot of viewers. You may not get as many clicks by not being that mess, but it feels so much better to have lower numbers and to have a real community, people who actually fuck with you. But all she saw was dollar signs. And that's why she's where she is right now. She could keep rage baiting, manipulating, lying, pushing all these disgusting ass narratives and all of that, making a mockery of her health while flexing and laughing down at the people who are the reason she got that. So when it comes to serious topics and people question it, she's like, wait, but this part was true. Questioning it is going to hurt me. You did that. Amberlynn's whole existence, her reputation on this platform is due to her own actions. And she refuses to accept that and rather blame it on creators who cover her. It's not that hard.
It's sick. It's sick. Two things cannot be true at once in this case. No, if you're a supporter of Snowflake, please leave. Like I can't I can't do it. No, not when it comes to that. Like the stupid reaction channels, it's fine. But the Hecticana stuff, no.
So, supporting someone who questioned things that happened in her childhood, supporting someone who is possibly going through a divorce too much, but supporting her, an abuser, a known abuser, known piece of shit, someone who has publicly supported people way worse than whatever criticism she has for Mr. Snowflake. I want to remind y'all, Amberlynn Reid publicly and openly supported Negs. Let's remember that. And I know there's a lot of people who don't know what that name means. I promise you, there's a part of you don't want to know. Part of you don't want to know. She openly, publicly supported that man. Openly and publicly supports Keemstar and Boogie, present day. But Mr. Snowflake, worst of the worst. She hates him. I'd take her more seriously if she didn't support very problematic men in this space or on the platform. I would have taken her a bit more seriously. But just to know her history and present support of people, I will never take that bitch seriously. Not a chance in hell. Let me get to the rest of these and we will be done for the night, y'all. Okay, hour and a half. Not horrible. Could have been worse. I knew it was going to be a lengthy stream. Sounds like a you problem. Amber, Shantel, and Rosie, the unholy trinity. Bitch, that. Oh my goodness. Like, you guys, for y'all who don't know about Rosie, you may not be as excited as I am, but once I start bringing her back into rotation, you'll see a lot of similarities between her and Amber, especially like 2019 Amber. Rosie is a good mix of 2019 era and Shantel sitting in the kitchen villa era. That's the only way I could kind of explain it. It's just a perfect blend. That's why I don't know why she came back, but it is what it is. Oh, Alibiz, thank you for being a member for 17 months. You are going to shrink overall, including heights. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I know you're referring to the meds that's going to come out in the next few years. Alibiz, you'll be one of my first visits. You'll be one of my first. You're going to come up to my hip. Yeah. Well, maybe not that tall because 6'4". No, 6'4" is tall. 6'4". Watch me work. Y'all ain't gonna know how to act when I'm tall because I'm gonna be popping my shit even harder. Thank you, boo. Thank you again, Alibiz, for being a member for 17 months. I appreciate you so much. At least notes, welcome to the Go Cluster. You are supreme, so feel free to get into the Discord. I appreciate you. Chicken, my boo. Thank you for being a member for 44 months. Not Amberlynn critiquing divorce when she's a whole side bitch. It makes no sense. She was happy to break up a home. She's so weird to me. And thank you again for 44 months. I appreciate you. 22 Williams. Just grow my 4'7" queen. Thank you for the super chat. I am technically 5'4", but I look 5'8". Thank you. I appreciate your support. Or did you mean 7'4"? Because I could see that. My 7'4" queen. That's what we're going with. You meant 7'4". My apologies, boo. I thought you meant that shady. You meant to say 7'4". I appreciate you. Thank you. I know. Oh, look at all this height. I appreciate you. Ellie's notes. I'm back. Had to leave for a month due to financial reasons, but I'm back now. Thank you for the amazing stream. No worries. You ain't never got to explain yourself to me, honey. I appreciate you no matter what. I appreciate you. Y'all show up for me. Believe it or not, that is more than enough. Y'all got to understand. I'm one person, a regular chick in Florida. Why the hell do I have over 1,100 people watching me? Be for real, like, thank you. Ain't no sneezes, Jesus. Charlie, respectfully, also Charlie, I'm your chocolate. Please. No one sent that to Mr. Snowflake. I will turn into a Christian channel tomorrow. When I thought about it, I was just like, bitch, you should have kept it. I saw Chicken, I saw you. Chicken wrote in the chat, Chicken goes, did you actually take the edibles? That's the crazy thing. I'm sober saying it. So imagine if I took the edibles. Could you imagine the shit that I would have been saying on this platform? I would have got descriptive. I know they would have flagged my shit. Thank you again. Chubby Dumpling, thank you so much for the super chat. God, you really are. Wait, God, you really see her, the real her in lives. Yes, Charlie, you were right. She is more vile than Foodie, and it's so sad it took so long to realize it. Because even for me, for a long time, I definitely thought Shantel was worse. Amber is just a different type of beast. She's just a different type of beast, and you got to pay attention. And thank you again, boo. Thank you again. That's why when she's like, oh, she'll never stop talking about Beck, baby, we will never let you forget the things you did to Beck. Don't worry. Carry on. Carry on. Do us that favor, dumbass. Chevis, we're going to pretend I said it right. Snowflake, we are all thinking it, but you said it, girl. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. I'm telling you, I know somebody gonna be kicking and screaming based off of what I said. I know I'm about to get criticized to hell and back, but I said what the fuck I said. I don't care. Thank you, boo. I said what I said. Just Jamie, pretty sure phone sex is her fave because it requires much less effort. Still not sure how she makes that happen though. A reacher. I know she denied that, but the fuck? Like I said, she's either playing with her boobs or playing with her belly button. She probably gets some satisfaction that there's some type of hole being played with. That's my personal opinion, but what do I know? Luna Mars, imagine thank you. Image search how to properly care for pets. That part. Shit, properly search how to care for a pet, not lose the pet, walk the pet, brush the pet regularly. But Bertha Boyle Jean, thank you, boo. First live and loved it, Charlie. Oh, love your sass. Night all. Good night, boo. This is your first one? Well, welcome. I'm happy you enjoyed. Thank you, guys. The Petty Fetty, my boo. Anyone tried oral Zepbound because it messed your stomach up? I didn't start my weight loss because I've talked about it. I'm gonna go on weight loss drugs. I didn't start mine yet, and that's not the one I'm gonna be on. But I hope you feel better, boo. I hope you feel better. Shit, at least you got approved. Amberlynn out here just doing the most. The odd one. Amber has been interfering in marriages for years, according to Casey, Destiny, Alexis, and Beck. Hypocritical Lynn, that. But it's different when it's her. Y'all know that. She's different. She's Amber. She should get a pass. She should get a pass. It's fucking stupid. It's so sad. Go touch grass. Did I lie? And I'm not foreign to, I'm grown. I'm not foreign to sex toys or none of that shit. I'm a grown ass woman. I do what I want with who I want, all of that shit. And still, she would need help. Because I really thought about it one time. That's where my imagination was going. I thought about it, like the logistics, like the Hitachi, maybe. Like, I thought about all that, and I'm not kidding. I'm not. But here we are. Guys, thank you for locking in with me for over 3 hours and a half. 3 hours and a half. Oh, I appreciate y'all. Oh, that shot messed. Okay, so Ali Marie is agreeing with Petty Fetty. That messed up your daughter's stomach too. Oh, wow. Well, that's good info to know. That's not the one I'm going on, but that's good info to know. And I wish all of you guys luck. I wish all of y'all luck. But thank you for locking in with me for all this time. Please consider giving the video a like, leaving a comment when it ends. Remember, those count. And I'm not above begging for a like or a comment. I'm not above it because I know how well those pay. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And I'll be live. Just keep your notifications on just because I'm working on 2 videos. So I do not want to say prematurely when I'll be live again. But yeah, I know I'm getting into my editing bag because it's going to be fun real soon. So I appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your night, morning, day, wherever you are. Just thank you for being here with me to talk my shit. Later, guys.
Hello. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't mind me. Wait, I don't say slurs. I'm not a slur girly. Hold on. Let me go to Google. Muting you for 24 hours because your energy is making me in such a bad mood. Like I literally can't handle it. Because I'm a persuasive girly. Like I can't make everyone happy. I can't even make myself happy. Like I just genuinely don't even know. These reaction channels, like they call me narcissist, but like you're the narcissist. Like, are you joking me? Like, do you hear the way that you speak about another human that you literally don't know? Like, yeah, is this good enough? Girl, I don't even know. I'm wearing no pants right now. Like, why did I say that? Oh, am I annoying right now? Okay. Fingerlyn did appear. Fingerlyn appeared quite a bit. And I'm telling you, it's the best. Like, I love Fingerlyn. Like, I vibe with her even. Like, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's weird. It's creepy. Situation type dildo. Oh, we done invented it, folks. Situation type dildo. It's a situation type dildo. Why? Why? I'm not some like immobile freak. So that is a situation. Like, I need to go to sleep.
I grew up from the